life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey,
we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Have you tried my Colombian tamales?
Yes, but the Mexican tamales I brought are way better.
Colombian tamales wrapped in plantain leaves are unmatched, you know.
But the Mexican tamales wrapped in corn husks are the authentic ones.
At least we can agree that they taste better with Pepsi.
Without a doubt, tamales deserve Pepsi. No matter what tamales you love, enter for a chance to win a year's worth of groceries. Powered by Pepsi. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 or over. Ends April 5th, 2026. Rules at PepsiPromo.com/free groceries. Pepsi is a registered trademark of Pepsi Going.
Hagen Oaks knows you can buy a driver off the shelf anywhere, but Hagen Oaks is the only place where you'll find total game fitting. The Hagen Oaks TrackMan-powered player performance studio fits clubs to your swing. King's Ballnamic Ball Fitter finds your optimum golf ball. The putter fitting studio makes you a better putter, and FootJoy's 3D foot scanner finds your correct fit. In fact, Hagen Oaks will fit you from head to toe with equipment and apparel to make you the player you want to be. It's total game fitting, and it's only at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Only one radio program captures the excitement of hunting and fishing as it happens. The award-winning California Sportsman with Sepp Hendrickson. Only California Sportsman takes you where the action is, live on the water, live in the blind, and live with the top pros and experts in outdoor sports. California Sportsman with Fishing Hall of Famer Sepp Hendrickson is your premier destination for all things outdoors. Sepp's Saturday Morning Outdoors. Ultimate Bass and California Sportsman, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. Saturdays on Sactown Sports 1140.
The Subaru Spring Service event is on at Maida Subaru. Visit MaidaSubaru.com to see special savings on tires, brakes, oil changes, and more. Find everything you need to make your Subaru ready for the adventures ahead. Don't miss the Maida Subaru Spring Service event. Factory-trained technicians, genuine Subaru parts, everything your Subaru needs, all at very competitive prices. Conveniently located off Business 80 between Fulton and Watt. See our specials or schedule service at MaidaSubaru.com. Love every mile.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson. Online at SactownSports.com or on the app. Kings, Niners, and Sacramento. The Matt and Kayla Show starts now.
Hey, a Victory Monday, huh? They have those in basketball, right?
I guess so.
Victory Monday.
I didn't know that was a thing this year.
On Slamson's birthday, too.
It's
Happy
so
birthday,
funny.
Slamson.
Because, like, Mondays, when I was covering the NFL, Victory Mondays were actually a thing.
Oh, yeah.
But towards the 2 years of my ending in Tennessee, it was never a Victory Monday. And never got players on because that's the only time they'd give them to us on the radio if it was Victory Monday. Few and far between.
Yeah, Mondays are tough enough for a lot of people. The day after your football team loses consistently would make you probably loathe
like,
Mondays even more. I mean, that's every Monday as a Raider fan, but, we're just used to the pain.
Right.
So I imagine they are in Tennessee as well.
They're changing it around in both places.
We'll see.
Right?
We will see. Welcome into the Matt and Kayla Show. I'm Matt George. That's Kayla Anderson with me, Kyle Ledbetter on the other side of the glass. Before we get into yesterday's, I won't even say last night's, because it took a while for us to see the beam, not because of the Kings it didn't look like they were going to win the game because, well, when they won, the sun was still out. It was a matinee game yesterday. It was a great family day at the Golden One Center. Tons of kids, tons of families out there to celebrate Slamson's birthday. It was a good time. I want to give some love and shout out to Kings fans for piling into the Golden One Center yesterday. But before we get into all that, of course, all the chaos that was March Madness this weekend, a ton of upsets. We got a lot to get to in today's show. Also, the continued, I don't think we should call it drama, but the saga of Trent Williams' contract situation with the 49ers. Lots to get to in today's show, but before all that, gents and ladies, how was your weekend? How did everybody do? Everybody get some rest?
A lot. No rest. Never any rest.
No rest?
No, definitely not rest. But you try to keep up with as many games that were going on, but it's hard to do that because there's so many on at a time.
Yep.
That's like the one thing about March Madness is I love the chaos of the first round or 2 rounds, but it's also I feel like I have to go and get caught up on everything because I only can watch so many.
Are you a fan of split view watching?
I do once in a while, yeah. But then what the problem is right now, at least with YouTube TV, which I have, which I don't know if anything else allows you to do split to
I'm sure
TV.
they do, but I have YouTube TV.
I have YouTube too. So they will put 2 games on, but then it'll be another random sporting event and then another, and I'm like, I just want to watch 4 of the tournament games. I don't want to watch a random game that's the NCAA or the women's NCAA tournament. If I'm going to watch one of those games, I'll watch that separate. I just want to watch all the men's one in the same 4 quad, but they won't let me do that on my YouTube TV.
Even if they could, I wouldn't do it.
You don't like this?
I can't do the multi-view. It's
even if you turn the voice on to the one you want to hear,
it doesn't matter.
You're too preoccupied.
It's the same feeling that I've always had with Red Zone. I'm people swear by Red Zone.
I used to hate it.
And I understand people love Red Zone, and if it's for you, it is 100% for you.
Yeah.
I am not a Red Zone fan. When I watch a game, I sit down and I want to lock into that game.
Yeah.
Paying attention to multiple games at the same time is a struggle for your boy. I just do not. I don't do it well. I get. It's I don't know if it's overstimulated, whatever it is. I just I don't.
Yeah.
I could be staring at 3 games happening in front of me, and I couldn't tell you what's happening in any of them. And I know people say, well, you pay attention to this one, and then you switch over to this one, and then you look over here to see what this is, and there's commercial over here, so you pay attention. Nope. I'm locked into one. I'm riding that one out. So I just pick and choose which games speak to me the most during March Madness, lock into those, and then follow the rest on my phone. I can't do, and if someone has tips how to help get past that, please help me out. But I've never been able to watch multiple sporting events at once. Even I have one game on my TV and another game on my phone. Nope.
You can't do that.
If the Kings and A's are playing at the same time, I'm watching the Kings, and the A's, I'll just check the box score.
The thing is basketball, though, is a little bit more difficult to follow in that way. If it's baseball and a football game or 2 football games, right? It's a little easier to follow that. Even if I'm doing my homework and research during a Kings game, it's pretty tough to do because if I'm not looking up and I get sucked into something that I'm researching, I miss everything because it's just constant movement, constant play for the most part. So, and by the way, someone said on here, Xfinity does do multi-view. Yes, okay. I don't have Xfinity, but good to know. And Aaron says you can customize it. I've tried. I have not figured out.
There's just certain channels they won't let you do.
That's what it is, Kyle.
And I don't know why they do that.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ron Ultra says, I love Red Zone since I have no favorite team anymore. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Or if you're just a football fan or you're a fantasy guy and you just want to check in to see all the games at once, see how your fantasy, if that's for you, great.
Yeah.
I am, when I watch football games, I'm either watching the Raider game in its entirety, the Niner game in its entirety, or a primetime game in its entirety. I can't pay attention to multiple games at once. If the Raiders and Niners are playing at the same time, I watch the Niners. Well, I have been because of my job, but my heart wants to watch the Raiders, but I kind of have a good idea of how that game's going to go. I have a little more fun watching Niner football.
Also, it's the 125 window. It's it's easier to do 3 games than 8 games.
But I've always just been a one game per. One game in front of me, and I will watch, and I'll flip between. If it's commercial, I'll flip between them every once in a while. But there's one that's the primary game, and then there's the other one is the check-in game.
Yeah.
Let's check in. Oh, okay, cool. Going back.
But then, see, I get stuck on doing it. So yesterday, not last night, because it was afternoon game, Kansas was playing at the same time as the Kings when they started.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, right before the Kings technically started, I flipped over to Kansas. Then I got lost in a situation, what was going on, and then I forgot, oh, shoot, the Kings are on now. So then I flipped back over. So I'll get lost sometimes if I do that in the moment or if there's something going on, and then I'll forget to flip back to the other game.
It's really just a multitasking thing for me because we were at a Kings game last week. I couldn't remember which one it was, but we had the World Baseball Classic on, and I couldn't tell you for the first quarter of that Kings game, I couldn't tell you anything that happened because I'm watching the World Baseball Classic. I just happen to be in the Golden One Center, but I'm watching the World. It's like I focus on one thing, which is terrible when you're a parent of a 4.5-year-old Tasmanian Devil psycho boy kid that just is all over the place and gets into all sorts of trouble.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Lock in on one thing.
Yeah.
That's me when it comes to sports watching. But I feel like it works for me. But the multi-view, if that works for you, man, and I know almost everybody I know swears by it. It's the best. I watch so many things at once. It's the best. It's awesome. You just get a big TV and you put it in 4 corners. You can see everything. It's fine. Nah, not me.
You're like, I'm cool with basics.
I'm good. Just put one in front of me and give me a nice little snacky snack, and I'm good to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. But I was locked into the Kings and Nets yesterday, and I'm not great segue, Matt. I'm not saying that sarcastically. It was a good vibe. It was a good vibe at the Golden One Center. I know the game itself wasn't super exciting, although there were some fun moments a la Malik Monk. Malik made that game far more entertaining.
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti.
But the crowd inside the Golden One Center was awesome.
Because it was a matinee game?
Yeah, a matinee game, so it was very much a family vibe, family atmosphere. I don't know. So I know it was Slamson's birthday, which they do a Slamson's birthday game every single year where they bring in a bunch of different mascots from around the league. Even Stomper was there.
Oh, that's cool. How old's Slamson? Just beyond his years?
He's perpetually 21.
What are mascot years?
Yeah, perpetually 21.
Great idea.
Slamson never ages. Slamson the GOAT.
Because technically he's a cat, so cat years, isn't it 7 to 1 or something like that? Or is that dog?
I just know they live a long time.
I don't know.
Cats.
He fine. He's looking great. He's doing just fine.
I hated that so much.
So his birthday is always fun because they have a bunch of mascots. Although they never freaking bring Benny the Bull, and it pisses me off. Where's Benny the Bull at?
Benny's pricey, man.
He's on high demand.
Benny's not cheap to get.
They were introducing all of the mascots like they always do. And they're saying each of their names. It's this one. It's Stomper from the A's ball. And then it was the Toronto Raptors mascot was here today. And it's the Raptor. I'm like, come on.
So they have other teams.
Yeah, all the other teams' mascots. Or a lot of other teams' mascots come in.
Really interesting
to
me.
The Clippers mascot, which is a bird.
Oh, Chuck the Condor.
The Condor, yeah. The Clippers mascot was
I only know
there.
this because that guy on Twitter who draws him after every Clipper game. It's a very fun account if you guys want to follow it.
I don't know. I can't remember who else was there. The Raptor was there.
Was Stuff the Magic Dragon there?
No.
Man, okay. Stuff's getting big time. I've seen him at Slamson's birthday before. I guess they're not good friends.
Stomper was there. I mean, I guess if they have a home game, they can't be there because they're at their own home game.
What's the Warriors?
They don't have one anymore. They used to have.
So weird.
They used to have the Warrior Man dude.
I know, because I'm like, I don't think the Warriors have one.
No.
Wait, I don't know about the Warrior Man dude. This was like a person who was dressed as a warrior or a mask?
I don't know what his name was, but back with the old Golden State Warriors branding where it was like the orange and blue with the lightning bolts and things, like the Baron Davis We Believe days. Like they had a warrior mascot that was like a dude that's dressed. You know what the Freeze looks like from the guy that races
Braves.
It was Atlanta?
The Freeze.
Yeah, the Freeze.
Yeah.
It was kind of a guy that was like the Freeze, but wearing lightning bolts and like his. I don't know.
Okay, I just looked it up. This is a cheap mascot, dude.
That's what their mascot was.
Just a guy in a blue jumpsuit.
Yeah, with like lightning bolts on it.
Yeah, this is so cheap.
Warrior guy.
That's why they probably got rid of him. They're like, it's not even worth it, right?
Yeah,
it just looks second class. Like that. It just looks like a guy in a blue jumpsuit.
The Warriors mascot is Draymond Green.
I mean, at this point, it's Podziemski.
But anyway, so the vibes were really good at the Golden One Center. The announced crowd was a little over 16,000. I don't know if I couldn't tell you that 16,000 people were there, but
seems like it was loud. Like
it was loud. There was a lot of good energy.
Yeah,
kids were great. It was a good time. And then the Sacramento Kings gave them something to cheer for, beating the Brooklyn Nets 126-122 in a game where it sure looked like both teams were trying to win.
Yeah.
However, Brooklyn I don't know whether or not to give them credit, but they have a chance to tie the game with a 3-pointer, and they don't even get a shot off because they're standing out of bounds on the inbound. Loved it. Like, classic, well done, Brooklyn. Well played, Brooklyn. There were a couple times where it looked like the Kings were going to allow Brooklyn to sneak away with it a little bit because they went up by 8 with a couple minutes left. I'm like, yeah, this game's over. Like, Kings are going to win this. There's no way they're losing
and
this.
then it was like,
and then Brooklyn came back. You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
And then Devin Carter hit 2 clutch free throws. And you're like, all right, well, this game's over. So my Tank crowd out there, and I know you exist. I know you're probably frustrated by last night's win. I talked about this on the podcast last night, Kayla. I'm at the point where I'm just, whether it's like I'm reluctantly accepting it, I don't know. Like, I'm at the point where it's just like, I know what the Sacramento Kings are doing.
Yeah.
The Kings have made it clear what they're doing. They're prioritizing winning the right way. Whether or not that's the right thing to do or not, that's what they're prioritizing. That's what they're going for. They're going to beat all of these teams that are trying not to win, and they're going to lose badly to all the good teams that they play, like when they got wiped by the San Antonio Spurs. It's how it's going to be for the rest of the season, and it is what it is. They'll probably end up exactly where they are in the Tankathon standings, which is 4th, because they're now 2.5 games back of the Brooklyn Nets at 3. They still technically can catch them. They have to play the Nets one more time. But if you look at the Nets, the Wizards, and the Pacers schedules, none of those teams are going to be winning very much, if at all. In fact, the Nets actually do play the Pacers and the Wizards each one more time. So somebody's got to lose those games. So maybe, just maybe, the Kings could still sneak into that 3rd spot and snatch it away from the Brooklyn Nets, although I'm not holding my breath for that. I think exactly where the Kings are at, 4, is where they're going to be. Yes, that means technically they could fall as far as 8. That is true. But they have a 48% chance of top 4. Sure. They have a 12.5% chance of the number 1 overall pick. It's honestly, it's kind of not refreshing. What is the word I'm looking like? It's a relief to be able to just care but not care, because you just know what it's going to be. It just is what it is. Ping pong balls will decide. I can't promise I won't be a wreck on Mother's Day when the actual draft lottery happens, but for now, good win.
This is like just the epitome of what the Kings season has been. So no matter what you want to try to do, whether that be tank or not tank, I'm just going to say this now, like, it's going to do what it wants to do in terms of how it's going to end up. It's every single thing we have, tried to go against or say they need to do the opposite or whatever. It just does what it wants to do this season. Yep. And so I guess the best thing you can do as a Kings fan right now is you don't have to accept the fact that they're going to try to win every game. I'm not saying that. But that is what they're going to do, and at least and Doug's told you, that is what they're going to do. They're going to try to win games. They're not going to try to tank. And so you hope that the 4th best, in terms of odds to get the best pick is going to happen for you.
Yep.
And if not, then I guess we revisit this conversation after the draft, and we say, why did they not do this? Because, again, the conversation never seems to stop here. And if they do, in fact, get a good pick, then we say, well, I guess it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But it's just like everything has led to a different thing here this season. There's never like a calming time when it comes to Kings this year.
And if we're being completely honest, like, the nerves are only going to ramp up because not just on draft lottery day itself, but from the time that if the Kings got the number 1 overall pick, now we're going to sweat for a month thinking, is it Boozer?
Sure.
Is it AJ?
Sure.
Is it DeBonsa? And we'll talk, Peterson. We'll talk about them all today.
Yep.
By the way, I heard got a little note about Darius Acuff that I'm excited to share today in terms of how interested the Sacramento Kings might be in the Arkansas Star. By the way, Arkansas's head coach, John Calipari, was at the game yesterday. He was sitting courtside. He had a moment where he dapped up Malik Monk a little bit. He wasn't there for very long. I don't think he even made it to halftime before he was gone.
Well,
in
good
his
for him
courtside
to
seat.
stop by and just check it out.
Arkansas is in San Jose.
Yeah.
They play. Who do they play? Arizona. Yeah, they play Arizona on Thursday at the SAP
Sweet
Center
16.
in the Sweet 16 in San Jose. So Coach Calipari came to Sacramento with. I think he had some of his players with him, but I did not see Acuff, so I have no idea if Acuff was in the building. But yeah, I have an interesting note, a fun note of something that I learned about the Kings and their thoughts on Acuff that I'll share with you a little bit later on in the show. But Malik was asked after the game how much his performance that he had last night was because his former coach in Calipari, who coached Malik and De'Aaron Fox at the University of Kentucky, how much that mattered. And Malik, in his classic fashion, just said, none. Didn't matter. Nope. He just one-word answers like, nope. Did not matter at all. In true Malik Monk fashion, he also shot down a question from me where I was asking him about how much Maxime Renaud makes his life easier as a pick-and-roll ball handler. And Malik goes, he doesn't. I make his life easier.
Oh, that's so funny.
In classic Malik Monk fashion.
So funny.
We'll talk about Maxime Renaud in a little bit. But Malik was awesome. Like 32 points in 30 minutes. Again, I understand Tank crowd if you're going, why the hell are you playing? He's like, get out of the game. He shouldn't be playing. Well, the reason why Malik played 30 minutes off of the bench was, unfortunately, Killian Hayes and Neek Clifford both went down with injuries. Killian Hayes, a toe injury, and then Neek hurt his left ankle, in the third quarter of this game and had to leave the game. We haven't gotten any kind of update on the seriousness of that issue,
Hope it's not serious.
injury, but the way this season has gone, I would expect him to miss some time.
What? It's just like it's like, why are you playing these guys? Because half the team is not there.
Yep.
Like, there's nobody left.
Yep.
Everyone's in boots, crutches, finger bands, like whatever it is.
Everybody's having surgery, and whoever is playing is taped up, wrapped up, trying to do the best that they can on that. But Malik, 7 of 13 from three-point range. I tweeted this out, and I stand by this. Nobody gets the Golden One Center going like Malik Monk does.
No. Such an energy guy.
He plays with such an energy. He plays with such a fire, and it was so much fun during the Beam Team seasons when Malik would come into the game and change the momentum. The Kings would get off to a bad start in those games. They'd be trailing by 6-7 points early, not shooting well. Malik comes in off the bench, bam, instant energy change. Kings go on a run. Kings have the lead all of a sudden. Like, that was who Malik Monk was. That's why he was and should have been a multi-time Sixth Man of the Year winner during those seasons in Sacramento. Regardless, he didn't win those awards, but we got that version of Malik Monk in last night's game. Man, he went for what would have been one of the nastiest dunks I've ever seen.
Oh, I know.
And he says he didn't miss the dunk. He says it should have been a goaltending because it hit a dude's head that was in the rim.
Yeah, I heard that.
And to me, that should be a goaltend. If your head gets in the way, that's a goaltend.
Listen to Malik, okay?
Listen to Malik
Just
Monk.
listen to him.
But Malik went for a nasty dunk. If he had, that place would have exploded.
That would have been awesome.
But switching to Maxime Renaud, Kayla, what I really, really liked about this game from Max, he had yet another double-double, 22 points, 10 rebounds. He has 15 double-doubles on the season, this number coming from Frankie Cardoselli. 16 double-doubles on the season, which is the most of all rookies in the NBA. Second closest is Cooper Flagg with 11, third closest Derek Queen with 10. So another reason why he deserves to be in the conversation amongst the best rookies.
Didn't DeMar say that too?
Well, DeMar said after the game, he goes, I'm still mad that Max
didn't make
the Rising Stars Challenge.
Yeah.
And he goes, don't tell Max this, but I hope he makes the All-NBA or All-Rookie team. And Max should. Like, if Max doesn't make the All-Rookie team,
then we got a problem.
Yeah, now we can all band together as a Kings fan base and be angry at the national media again.
Yeah.
But Max deserves that recognition. He played really, really well. And what I really liked about this game, Kayla, and I always have to preface this because some ding-dong out there is going to misconstrue it. This is not a negative Russell Westbrook thing. We've talked so much about how...
You do not need to explain yourself every time.
No, but you do. Because, again, internet, stupid.
You do you.
Russ has been so instrumental in the development of Maxime Renaud. It's unquestionable.
Yeah.
And we've seen in recent games when Russ hasn't played, Max hasn't had the same offensive impact.
In terms of scoring.
And what we've talked about, what I've talked about at length on this show is how Max can show me and how Max can prove that he is a starting caliber center in the NBA going forward, is that he can play the same way and score and be just as effective in the pick and roll, regardless of the point guard that he's playing with. There's no question that quite literally one of the greatest point guards of all time in Russell Westbrook has helped Maxime Reynaud. No duh. But the fact that he can have a game like he had last night, playing in the pick and roll with Malik, playing with Neek Clifford, playing a little bit with Killian Hayes, that's really encouraging to me because we know the Russell Westbrook impact. But can he do it when Russ isn't there?
Yeah.
And he did that last night.
Yeah, no, he definitely did that. Michael seems to not have enjoyed it, though. He says Max was not good when it came to defending the rim last night.
He wasn't.
He also got killed on the perimeter.
He was not.
And that's the thing. Like, he can't, I think for Max right now, we can pick apart those things, absolutely, and say, hey, look, these are deficiencies in this game or whatever. Mm-hmm. But when it's all said and done, Max has been your better player here in the last, few weeks? I mean,
the month of March.
Even DeMar DeRozan, so about 3 weeks now. Even DeMar DeRozan, who I have been the most consistent person saying he's been the consistent player.
Yep.
He's not been that. It has been Max.
Yep.
And so, and people are identifying Max now, like teams are identifying him now, like they're going after him. So
scouting him.
For him still to be able to have a double-double, like against whatever team, I don't give a damn. Like, it is impressive. It truly is what he's doing.
Yeah.
Right now.
And not to make it a negative, but Michael is right, though. Like, the Kings defensively have been really bad the last few games.
Whole team.
But yes, exactly.
Been the whole team.
Now, Max being 7 feet freaking tall, you want him to be more of a rim protector. And he's shown growth in that area, although he had like a 3 or 4 game stretch where he was blocking a lot of shots and changing a lot of shots at the rim.
Yeah.
We're not seeing that as much. The Nets got way too many layups at the rim. Way too many. Like, Max has to be better at that. But you also know who's not as making as big of an impact defensively at the rim right now?
Dylan
Cardwell.
Yeah. Dylan Cardwell.
So as a team right now, the Kings are struggling defensively. I don't put that all on Max, but if Max is going to be a starting center and play 30-plus minutes, you're going to be looked at as, dude, you're 7 feet tall. You got to protect the rim a little bit better. But also, the big man oftentimes gets blamed for the rim protection not helping quick enough on a guard attacking the basket after a perimeter defensive breakdown. And the Kings defensively, period, over the last, let's call it a week, have been really bad.
Do you think that is just time of year? And
I think it's tired legs. Yeah.
And, again, Dylan Cardwell, not to make excuses for Dylan, but Dylan was out for a stretch of time.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes
missed a couple of months almost.
He did. So and again, he's a rookie. This is his first time kind of going through stuff like this for a full season of the NBA. I think like he's not gotten back to anything in terms of where he was either.
He was on fire before he got hurt. Like, he was cooking. He earned his full contract. He was cooking for a bit. And that, funny enough, was during the time where Max was struggling a little bit.
It's true. So that was his one lull that he went through.
He went through that lull, and that was the time that teams were starting to game plan for Max and starting to take things away. There was a moment that Max had last night that I asked Doug Christie about it after the game. I think we have that audio. We'll come up with it. Kyle, I'll give you more time to come up with it. We'll play it later on in the show. But Max, one, is not shying away from physicality anymore. Like, he's being very aggressive and engaging in that physicality. And there was a moment last night where Max is attacking baseline. He's clearly fouled. Like, he's slapped across the arm by Terrence Mann. Clearly fouled. No foul call. Ball goes out of bounds, but it's King's ball. Max turns, complains to the referee, like, what the hell? Terrence Mann obviously says something because Max wheels and gets right in his face and is saying something to him. It didn't result. No, it was a double technical foul. Nothing, no pushing, shoving, nothing silly or anything like that. Doug Christie ended up coming all the way out on the floor to make sure nothing happened. But that's like,
I loved it.
Hell yeah, Max.
I loved it. That's what I said the other week. I was like, I feel like he's like got this like confidence about him that's not just the way he plays, but he's just like feeling himself right now. And you need your guys, if they want to play the way Christie wants them to play in this identity thing, you need some of these younger guys to be starting to take on that. And I think Max is.
We have plenty more Kings basketball talk coming your way, but when we come back, let's talk about the madness of March Madness over the weekend. Lots of upsets. How are we doing in our show Last Man Standing little mini league that we're doing together. And we got Q&K to wrap up this first hour. It's a Monday, and we're just getting started. Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert, John Party, Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with the California Highway Patrol, Fox Family Heating and Air, and Tecovas. More info at CITPFest.com.
Check engine or ABS light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Jackson Hewitt has a great tax prep deal, $149 or less. Missing out is like ignoring a check engine light in your car. You'll regret it. Seriously, the price is only $149 or less, no matter how complicated. So don't wait. Like when you get a password expires today alert, or you're shopping online and there's only one item left. It's like your taxes are in the cart. Just complete the purchase. Hurry! This deal for $149 or less is like your phone at 1%. It's about to power down. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
In golf, a tee can refer to the area where you hit your opening shot on any hole, or it can be the little piece of wood or plastic that holds your ball off the ground so you can hit your tee shot. Now, if you're not already confused, let me try harder. In earlier times, golfers made tees from little heaps of sand, and the sand was kept in little boxes called tee boxes, which gives us the historical connection and gets us back to where we started. Various types of reusable tees were invented over the years, made of rubber, cork, or paper. But the first commercial tee like we know today was the Ready Tee, invented by an American dentist in 1921. It was white wood with red top, so they were easy to find. Today's tees are made of wood or plastic and come in many colors, and there are anti-slice tees, friction-free tees, brush tees, flexible tees, and even biodegradable tees. I'm partial to a tee with contrasting color measuring points, so my ball is teed up the same height every time. Check your local pro shop for lots of choices. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Sacramento! Now you got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
It's Condon to Lee, sprints across, he's the shooter. Lee driving to the cup underneath, straight of the lane, can't get a shot, and Iowa wins! A Sunshine State stunner! Iowa bounces Florida in Tampa, 73-72!
Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
Oh, poor Gators.
Wah.
What do they call it? Crocodile tears?
Yeah, crocodile tears with their crocodile arms.
Well, technically they're alligators.
Whatever.
Did you see that Florida man that was in the stands that trended? Like, is this what a Florida guy looks like? Yes. Yes, it is.
Florida man.
I've
you mean
been to Gainesville.
The Florida man stereotype is
it's
real?
It's like literally like Hulk. I'm like, yes.
Huh?
That.
Just,
have you seen this picture?
He's
like a
jacked?
bodybuilder, and he's wearing a Florida jersey. So.
Oh, you're gonna get something different, Matt.
Yeah, I'm worried to look up.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's him.
That guy's terrifying.
And he's like got the quintessential like spray tan that looks like super, dark.
Brother.
So
I mean, steroids work, but you didn't have to do all of them at once.
It's so funny because like Florida is a really good school, right? I mean, broadcasting school's great down there. Obviously, sports are great down there. When I first stepped on the campus in Florida to cover a Tennessee-Florida game one year, I was like, this is like place that someone wants to go? Like,
is that bad?
Gainesville? It's just, It's icky.
Really?
It's icky.
I've heard great things about the University of Florida.
Nah, I think the campus is ugly.
Aw.
It's icky. It's icky. Sorry if you
Don't
went
have to
Florida.
kick the Gators while they're down.
I'm kicking them. I'm stomping on them.
I mean, they've won enough, you know. They're defending national champions.
I agree.
What a win by Iowa, though. Did you see?
They can always shoot the 3 Iowa teams, by the way.
Tyrese Halliburton was trolling people because, of course, Iowa.
Kittle was trolling.
George Kittle was
Pearsall.
trolling Pearsall.
Yeah.
From Iowa. There was a number of there were a number of athletes that were just having the time of their lives.
I love that. It's so fun.
Having the time of their lives, just messing with Florida fans. A lot of brackets busted. How's your bracket doing? Because I still have my Final Four, my champion matchup. Everything is alive, but I got decimated yesterday. Like
So
my
where
other.
are you in J. Ross's
Oh, I'm
pool
like
then?
204th
Oh, you are?
out of like, yeah. Oh,
Really?
I got cooked. Like Virginia losing killed me. Gonzaga losing killed me.
I
Kansas
saw me and
losing,
Kayla were
killed
tied
me.
at one point at the top of the bracket. I don't know what happened after that.
I'm like 25th in that bracket.
Good for y'all. I got cooked. I still have a chance. All of my hope, truly, all of my hope falls on Arkansas and Illinois.
Who's your Final Four team?
My Final Four is Arkansas, Michigan,
Okay.
Illinois, Duke. And I have Duke beating Michigan in the championship game.
Yeah, you still got a chance.
I need Arkansas to beat Arizona because that'll destroy a ton of brackets.
Sure.
So go Arkansas. Go Darius Acuff. And I need Illinois to upset.
The Florida guy's on the stream now. This was the Florida guy.
That man is terrifying.
Holy smoke.
That man is terrifying.
This is an incredible photo.
It really is.
Between him, the girl sitting next to him, the score. This is just an incredible photo.
Crazy Florida guy.
Yeah, you still have a chance, Matt.
Who do I need Illinois to upset? Who is it? Oh, Houston. I need Illinois to beat Houston. Houston's been beating the you-know-what out of everybody.
That's what look, Sampson's put together quite a program there.
So.
Kelvin Sampson has. By the way, St. John's, who I had the upset over Kentucky, which, by the way, Kentucky got to figure some stuff out because the blue blood of Kentucky is not blueing right now. I mean, it's been a little down for a minute in terms of deep runs in the tournament.
Yeah.
But St. John's... well,
they beat Kansas. St. John's beat Kansas.
Oh, sorry. St. John's...
But Kentucky did
got
lose.
Beat, yeah.
Yes.
But St.
Kentucky
John's
also
beat.
losers.
Well, Kansas is also in a bit of trouble, I think.
Ooh,
So,
They're just that one championship from however many years ago is just carrying Kansas at this point.
Kansas I think is a little bit of a fraud year in year out, but that's just my opinion. When it comes to St. John's, though, the buzzer beater was made by my hometown's own Dylan Darling. His dad played at Washington State. He played at Washington State.
The headlines
transferred
write
to
themselves.
Idaho State, and then now just made the game winner at the buzzer for Dylan or for St. John's. And I guess he had not even made a point in the game. And was like, I want the ball, coach, and drew up the play.
Which I love. Can we talk about how terrible Kansas's defense was?
Oh, yeah, it was pathetic.
Kansas's
Again.
defense on that last play. You gave up a game-winning layup. You let him go one-on-one, beat you, and nobody rotated to help at the rim.
Nope.
That was horrendous defense by Kansas.
What Florida did in their situation, too.
It was
Bad
so
defense.
bad. Yeah, the defense there towards the end. We were watching that game at the Golden One Center yesterday, and that finish was awesome. And congratulations to St. John's. What a huge win for them. They're a 5th seed, right? So they keep rolling. Now they have to go through Duke, right? Yeah, Duke.
Yeah, which I don't know if you should say they have to go through Duke. I mean, Duke's okay. Like, Duke's been playing okay.
So Duke, I genuinely think Duke in that scare versus the St. Bernards. I don't remember their first name. I just remember they're the St. Bernards.
Siena.
The Siena Saints.
I saw their coach is now the Syracuse coach.
Good for him.
Crazy 24 hours for him.
Good for him. But that was their wake-up call because Duke beat the you-know-what out of TCU. They rocked TCU 81-58. They looked every bit the dominant that they're supposed to be. I think...
You don't think St. John's is going to give them
I think it'll be a competitive game, but if that lull game hadn't happened from Duke yet, I think St. John's would have a very, very good chance to beat them because Siena scared them a bit and woke them up. I think the Blue Devils are now like, okay, we're not messing around anymore. But that doesn't mean that St. John's can't beat them. I'm just saying I think Duke is a little more locked in now.
The more you're playing, the thing about Duke, though, is like they have struggled with turnovers in this tournament.
Yes, they have.
I mean, they are turning the ball over, and they can't. You can't do that against teams like St. John's. They'll take advantage.
Coming up at 11 o'clock, I'm going to share a note that I heard about Darius Acuff and the interest level in your boy Darius Acuff here in Sacramento. And then we'll talk about, like, fitting, isn't it, that Cam Boozer out of the top 4 picks is the last one standing? A lot of people said that's the way it was probably always going to be, not just because he plays for Duke, who's the number 1 seed, but because he's the most winning player out of the 4. But we'll also talk about the 2 point guards that are still there in Acuff and in Kingston Flemings. Seth Greenberg had quite the quote when talking about Darren Peterson and what he should have done against St. John's for Kansas and what he did not do. We'll react to that as well because it's more stuff on Darren Peterson, who I don't think Darren Peterson's gone number 1 overall, y'all. And I think there might be a conversation about how far could Darren Peterson potentially slide, how many teams will overthink it, and whichever team, if he slides, just spit everywhere.
That's just like sprinkler and
just spit everywhere.
In the studio here.
If he slides to, let's say, the Kings at 4.
Yeah.
How nervous are you that he slid that far versus like
excited?
Darren Peterson just fell in my lap. I got to take him, right? So we'll discuss all of that coming up at 11 o'clock, get in more depth about the top prospects. Right. But March Madness was awesome. Tennessee beating Virginia. That was painful for my bracket. But Tennessee, like Virginia made a game of it at the end. Tennessee was in full control of that game. Yeah. Tennessee looks really good.
Well, Rick Barnes is one of the best coaches in college basketball, whether you like to admit it or not, because look, I'm a Vandy person. Like, I'm not a Vols person, but I will say he is an incredible coach. I covered them in a tournament previous when I used to cover him. He's a great dude. He's like one of those old school coaches that's not old school. Like, he still has the young, hip, like, personality and can, like, relate to players still. But he has so much tournament experience going back to Texas. They'll probably be probably Elite 8 at the least team.
Well, speaking of Texas, they beat Gonzaga.
Yep.
What'd you make of that?
Not surprising. It's Sean Miller. Like, Gonzaga's down this year. Gonzaga is not
still
right now.
Still a 3 seed. They were still dangerous.
Yeah, I was not surprised. Texas is on a run. Texas is not some mid-major team, which, by the way, there are no mid-majors left, which kind of salute to my point before we started the tournament of, like, is the Cinderella runs over? They might be, because there's no mid-majors left, and right now they are the only double seed team, and they're a SEC Texas team.
Yeah.
Not surprising. Sean Miller's a tournament guy. He's been there. He's done that. He's getting them to play defense at the right time, so I wouldn't be surprised if they make a run.
Well, Kayla Anderson, you have the bragging rights today because in our last man standing competition between the 3 of us last week before March Madness began, Kayla, Kyle, and I each drafted 4 teams that would be essentially our survivor teams in March Madness. And once you took a number 1 seed, you couldn't take another number 1 seed, right? So I am down to 2. Duke is still alive for me. Illinois is still alive for me. I lost BYU and I lost Vandy.
Okay.
Kyle got decimated this weekend. Kyle's down to 1, which is Iowa State. He lost Kansas, Florida, and Gonzaga this weekend. Kayla, she's 4 for 4 still. All 4 of her teams are alive. Arizona, Arkansas, Michigan State, and Houston.
Yeah, but like Kayla's got teams playing against each other now, so they're going to get knocked out.
Well, she's going to lose some, but she's Sweet 16. She's got 4 of them. She's got a quarter of the field.
Yep. I got Arizona, Arkansas that will play each other.
Come on, Arkansas.
Yeah, so one of those will go down.
Save my bracket,
just
Arkansas.
me and the Cyclones.
Yep.
Hey,
Iowa State's a good team.
It's easy for you. Iowa State's a really good team.
Really good team.
Iowa State's
I picked them
good.
to go to the Final Four.
Yeah, they might.
They're looking like that's a distinct possibility. We'll talk more March Madness as it pertains to the Sacramento Kings, talking about the top prospects in March Madness, those who are gone, those who are still alive. That's all coming up at 11 o'clock. But coming up next, it's a Monday. That means it's Q&K time. Kayla Anderson's got a question for us. Coming up next here on Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
That sound? Yeah, that's not a good sign. Hey, it's Drew Brees. And when your car starts making noises like that, a big repair bill might be coming right at you. But with CarShield, you don't have to fear unexpected breakdowns. CarShield helps protect you from expensive auto repairs. I spent my career making tough calls, but this one is simple.
Visit carshield.com now and join the team that's helped millions of drivers save. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
Jackson Hewitt has a great tax prep deal, $149 or less. Missing out is like ignoring the check engine light in your car. You'll regret it. Seriously, the price is only $149 or less, no matter how complicated. So don't wait. Like when you get a password expires today alert or you're shopping online and there's only one item left. It's like your taxes are in the cart. Just complete the purchase. Hurry! This deal for $149 or less is like your phone at 1%. It's about to power down. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/groundadvantage to learn more.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown 411 16th Street and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action, but please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Have you tried my Colombian tamales?
Yes, but the Mexican tamales I brought are way better.
Colombian tamales wrapped in plantain leaves are unmatched, you know.
But the Mexican tamales wrapped in corn husks are the authentic ones.
At least we can agree that they taste better with Pepsi.
Without a doubt, tamales deserve Pepsi. No matter what tamales you love, enter for a chance to win a year's worth of groceries. Powered by Pepsi. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 or over. Ends April 5th, 2026. Rules at PepsiPromo.com/free groceries. Pepsi is a registered trademark of Pepsi Go Inc.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Contractors, remodelers, you now have a great supplier to assist you with your next project. Anova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento. They are Northern California's best kitchen and bathroom remodeling supply store. Anova has the latest cabinet styles, a great selection of countertops, flooring, bathroom fixtures, and more. Visit their website, InnovaCabinetStone.com. Take advantage of their grand opening special, a $750 in-store credit. Stop by today, Innova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 916-277-8599 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
It's time for Q&K. Kayla's got questions. We've got answers. It's Q&K on Matt and Kayla.
All right, Kayla Anderson, what you got on this Monday?
Well, I'm finishing.
She's eating a cucumber. Please
I was told
hold.
It's not kind to talk and chew.
Oh, my grandma was a classic manners. My grandma was. This is a real thing. This is not a joke. She was raised that she had to chew her food 22 times before swallowing.
Why 22 times?
I don't know.
That's very
It's a very specific number. It was always my great grandma raised her to it was 22 times.
22
so
times.
Everything my grandma ate, she had to chew 22 times.
So, even
I was
what if it was gone? She was still
yes.
just
Exactly.
I'm not chewing anything. I'm grinding my teeth.
I don't know, but it always took my grandma a long time to eat. And if you put your elbow on the table, if you talk with your mouth full, ooh, grandma gonna get you.
That.
Love my grandma though; she's the best.
You whoop yo, you know what?
Rest in peace, Grandma Sue. All right.
We're keeping it in the theme of March Madness because I said so. Because it is that time of year, and I'm obsessed with this time of year.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a pretty simple question, but before I give you the question, I'm going to give you some numbers. So there are 4 coaches that I think everyone kind of associates in the last 15 plus years to college basketball who have been successful in tournament runs that could be your answer to this. But I'm not going to say you have to limit it to this, but here are some examples. So shout out Tom Izzo, by the way, GOAT. Like, love that guy. I think sometimes we forget about him in a weird way. Like, Michigan State is such a powerhouse program, and they've had a little bit of a dip here and there, but 60 tournament wins for Tom Izzo, 1 national title, 6 conference titles, 13 first-round picks. John Calipari, 60 tournament wins, 1 national title, 16 tournament titles, 43 first-round picks. We know how many come out of Kentucky.
It's a factory over there.
He might be getting a top 3 pick that's coming out of Arkansas here in ACUF this year.
He knows what he's doing.
Bill Self, 58 tournament wins, 2 national titles, 9 tournament titles, and 20 first-round picks. And Rick Pitino, 56 tournament wins, 2 natties, 16 tournament titles, 13 first-round picks. My question to you all today is, who is the best active college basketball coach? And you can pick from any of those, or you can go a different route, because there's a lot of them that I didn't name that are really good as of right now, too.
Wow.
These are the legacy guys, which it's kind of funny. You think like Coach K and Roy Williams, but or Jim Boeheim, like a lot of these legacy guys are aging out. So these guys are kind of the last of that generation. I mean, we thought Pitino was done like a decade ago, but these are kind of the last of the generation of those guys.
Yeah, I'm trying to not go with the legacy guys. Like, I don't think it's Calipari, although
it's right now, right?
I respect the hell out of what John Calipari's done, but I don't think he's the best coach. I just think John Calipari is a phenomenal recruiter and a excellent hype man isn't the right word, but he knows how to raise your stock. He knows how to get NBA eyes on you. He knows how to get you into the conversation of lottery pick in the draft, which in itself is a very specific skill that a lot of people would credit to the best coaches in college, especially when college basketball essentially is all about developing talent and sending them to the NBA. I think most would say that's the point of college basketball with the one and done system that's in place.
At least for those handful of guys.
I don't just want to go.
So, I mean,
Calipari.
The active one, is it like Shire, maybe? Or is that just the Duke machine is able to always succeed?
I mean, I would put them up there because he's getting good recruits. I know Eric Musselman, Sean Sain, he's great down at Alabama. I know I've heard people bring up his name. Todd Golden, he's done obviously well in his early tenure, won a national championship. I'm not willing to go there quite yet. I would say
I have an answer if you do want to wait more time.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, it's Mark Few. Mark Few's the best coach in college basketball.
Yeah, he's got to be up there.
Yeah, because he's at a program that is so in like essentially a different tier than these other places, and yet they are consistently going on deep playoff runs. They're consistently getting top recruit. Like, why in the world would Chet Holmgren, the number 1 recruit in the country, ever go to Gonzaga? But they got him to go they've done it with one and done. They've done it with the international players. They've done it by keeping talent in the state of Washington, guys like Drew Timme, who become like legacy college basketball guys. Like, the adaptability they've had to have over the years in order to continue keeping that program at the top, despite being at Gonzaga in the West Coast Conference, truly like the most unbelievable job I've ever seen. And I'm not saying Bill Self or Tom Izzo or guys like that couldn't have also done that at those programs, but the fact that few stuck it out there and they continue to be dominant for like 20 years is absolutely incredible.
Well,
that's the best coaching job I've ever
seen. It's a tiny school. Like, it's a private, small school institution, and they've been able to build an incredible brand. Tommy Lloyd at Arizona, who was under Mark Few, is also, I think, got to be in the running.
I know Dan Hurley is not the greatest of dudes because he always has some of his outbursts at times.
I think he's just him.
He's definitely he definitely knows how to have his outbursts, but UConn was terrible before he got there and completely turned that
he's been good.
That group or that team, that program into an absolute perennial powerhouse too. So I guess if I were to choose one of the non-legacy guys, it would either be Dan Hurley or Tom Izzo, I guess, but I'm not married to either of those answers.
Yeah.
You don't want to jump on Shire yet?
I like him.
I think you have to take the full picture into account for Shire, too. Like, give him credit. I mean, he's coming after Coach K.
Yeah.
In terms of taking over that program. And look what's happening at North Carolina. Hubert Davis, like, it's not working out there. Taking over for a legend is really, really tough to do. And Shire, credit to him, at 38 years old, he's kind of picked up from where Coach K has left off. They still have a championship they've got to get done there, but
that's the big thing.
He's doing well.
You got to get that title, but the recruiting has still been top-notch at Duke, although the brand certainly helps you with that. I do like, though, that Shire hasn't tried to just be... He's picked up where Coach K has left off, but he didn't try and be Coach K.
Yeah.
Which is a big, and I almost like, it's very loose comparison here, but a la like the Mike Tomlin firing in Pittsburgh. It's like you have to, when you have someone that's been there for so long, you almost have to go polarizingly different. You almost have to go you can't just try and bring in a retread. And I appreciate that Duke did that, and I like what Shire's done in that sense. He's not, you got to win a title for me. I'm thinking. Get me a title first.
Duke is also tough because it's kind of like Ohio State in college football, where it's like you just got to turn the key and the machine is going to work, right? It's like literally every coach that's been at Ohio State has won a national championship because it's like they got the infrastructure in place, they got the money. It's essentially like turning the key and just don't drive it off a cliff.
Yeah. Michael says Kelvin Sampson at Houston.
Oh,
he's certainly up there.
You know what's crazy about Kelvin is like his journey to get to Houston and actually then to get the full credit of what kind of coach he is. He's been in the game for years, right? But it's just like recently seeing Houston be as relevant as they are. He's finally at 60-something years old getting the credit for it. And I just would love for him to win a national championship to cap his career off. Like, he's such a good dude, man. He is such a good man. And to see what he's done with that Houston program, I do hope that they can do something like that because he deserves it. Truly does.
I need him to lose to Illinois, though.
Shut up, Matt.
I need you to lose to Illinois because it's about me. It's about my bracket. That's the most important thing in the world is my bracket, right?
Right.
Although, no, you're right. Houston, and they've been, like we said, they've been running over everybody. I mean, 2 games into the tournament, but 2 absolute, no doubt about it, blowout victories. Now that Florida is out of the way. Woo!
I know.
Look out, Houston.
Clear that path.
Look out, Houston's. That is Q and K. Don't worry. Kayla Anderson will be back with another Q and K on Friday. It's every Monday and Friday. But when we come back, we're diving into the top prospects, those who are still alive and those who have been eliminated in the March Madness National Tournament. And I have a note, something I heard about the interest in Darius Acuff here in Sacramento with the Kings. I'll share that with you and more coming up to start the second hour of the show. Listening to Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger, Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What's up? Chad Hoblett's with us from Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, what's happening for the Declaration of Deals sales events?
There's nothing more American than a Jeep. And with the Declaration of Deals, now is the time to get your hands on a new Jeep Wrangler Willys when you save up to $7,500 off MSRP. This is the most capable and versatile 4x4 Jeep on the road, and could be yours.
Well, what else do you have?
We have it all. When you check out the certified pre-owned Supercenter, we have over 200 vehicles waiting for you, including nearly 120 vehicles under $30,000. Whatever you're looking for, you can find it at Hoblet, and take advantage of our award-winning customer service. As a fifth-generation dealer, you're not a number, you're family.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$7,500 total net savings on select new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Willys after $3,000 factory rebates and $4,500 Hoblet discounts. Rebates may include $1,500 select inventory cash on select inventory, $1,000 SFS bonus cash. Must finance through Stellantis. 5% savings. See dealer for details.
It's weird when you get a stalker. I'll never forget, I met her. She was outside, and she's a stalker, so, not hot. That's just what you picture when you picture a stalker. If they were hot, they wouldn't be a stalker. They'd be my girlfriend.
From Saturday Night Live, his Netflix specials, and Peacock's Bupkis, Pete Davidson, live, Friday, April 10th, the venue at Thunder Valley. Get tickets now at ThunderValleyResort.com. Pete Davidson, live.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young. Turnpike Troubadours. Dylan Scott and more. Line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with the California Highway Patrol, Fox Family Heating and Air, and Tacovas. More info at CITPFest.com.
KHD HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
Of the top four, there's only one. Cam Boozer, the Duke Blue Devils. The Duke Blue Devils remain. Plus the 2 point guards. You got Darius Acuff, and you got Kingston Flemings still in the mix. And one would argue the two of those guys are playing their way into that top four conversation. Of course,
sure.
We had to put an asterisk next to North Carolina and Caleb Wilson, who was out, unfortunately had to have surgery on his hand,
yeah,
right?
That's a bummer.
Broke his hand. But he's, in theory, supposed to be totally good to go and back for the whole pre-draft process and the combine and everything like that, so that's really, really good for him. We still expect him to be a very, very high-end pick. But Darren Peterson, he in Kansas fell to St. John's. Mm-hmm. And then you've got A.J. DeBonsa, my guy from BYU. They never made it past the first round. They got bounced in the first round by Texas, right? And then Texas followed that up.
Look what Texas
with a big
doing.
win over Gonzaga. So I guess that makes you feel a little bit better if you're a BYU basketball fan. Like I mentioned yesterday, John Calipari was in the building in the Golden One Center. Mm-hmm. Kings taking on the Nets, and with Arkansas chilling in San Jose right now, waiting for their game against Arizona in the Sweet 16. That game's going to be on Thursday, I believe. He decided, hey, let me come through, check out the game. Well, I did not see Darius Acuff in the building. I didn't see if he was there. Maybe he was. I have no idea. I only saw
incognito.
I only saw Coach Calipari, and it looked like there were some young guys with him.
Sure.
I couldn't tell you the entire Arkansas roster, so
could
I
have been his staff too.
Could have been his staff. I have no idea who was with him. He was there very briefly. Was there maybe for most of the first half. Left around halftime. I didn't see him come back. But we've talked a lot about Darius Acuff on this show. I've been very curious about Darius Acuff. And it's not just a conversation happening here in Sacramento, certainly not just on these airwaves. Darius Acuff might be the fastest riser being discussed, at least amongst top prospects in the nation right now. Like, a lot of people are talking about, look how unbelievably talented he is. Look at what Arkansas is doing. Calipari's doing his thing and getting his guy to rise up the ranks. Now, I have no idea where he sits on the Sacramento Kings board. I have no idea where he sits on any team's board. But I did some digging, asked some questions, and got a pretty definitive response that the Sacramento Kings are really big fans of Darius Acuff. Now, a few months ago, very start of the college basketball season, things were a lot different happening with the Sacramento Kings too at that time. I had shared that I had been told that the Kings were big fans of A.J. DeBonsa.
Yeah.
That has not changed from what I understand. They're still very big fans of A.J. But if the Sacramento Kings were to end up outside of that top 4 window, as of right now, they have the best odds of the 4th overall pick, or they're sitting in that 4th spot, 12.5% chance at number 1 overall, 48% chance of top 4. Could fall as far as 8. If they were to fall to that 5, 6, 7 range, I'm told they are very, very keen on the idea of Darius Acuff here in Sacramento. He's got a lot of supporters within the Kings front office, or at least a lot of interest. Now, what I can't tell you is, well, do they prefer him over Kingston Flemings? I don't know that.
Right.
I don't know how they feel about Kingston Flemings, and that doesn't mean because they prefer one, they don't prefer the other.
Mm-hmm.
I got the sense that if they have their point guard positional rankings, Darius Acuff is at the top of those rankings. That's the sense that I got from the conversation that I had. But that's exciting for you in particular, Kayla Anderson, because you have been locked into Darius Acuff for weeks at this point before that rise really started to happen. And we'll dive into the speculation a little bit about what is it about Acuff that really is attractive to the Kings. What about the defense? How are they concerned about that at all, or shouldn't that be a concern at all? We'll get into all of that, and that's when we enter the speculation part of this conversation. But I can tell you what I've been told, which is that Darius Acuff has some fans in the in the Kings organization, and is, from what I understand, pretty darn high on their draft board.
Well, as he should. Look, I mean, this is a guy who, even when he was banged up this season, was a good player. But the minute that he kind of had the injury under control and felt 100%, he started to skyrocket. This is just a tough player. Like, he's tough-nosed. He's all the things you hear that, you know, Sacramento is trying to go for in a player, the way he plays, the mentality of that guy, like, that is Darius Acuff. Like, he would be a fit in that way here. Again, why we can talk about this in a minute, why I don't think Darren Peterson is. And again, I've stuck with that narrative since day one. And I even texted you guys over the weekend. I said, there's still something about Darren Peterson. I just don't think it would be at least here, the right fit. So I'm glad that somebody seems to like him, or there are several people that like him in the front office, because he right now is proving why he could be that guy for a franchise and really be a face for a franchise. And the negatives on him are definitely the defensive side of things that we've spoke about briefly here. But because he's that type of player who's going to work his you-know-what off to be the best, he can definitely work on the defensive side of things. But that's not really my worry. Like, this guy can shoot the ball. He's a distributor of the ball. He makes his other teammates better. And he's a freaking gamer, man. Like, he's a gamer, and he's proving it on the biggest stage in college basketball. I mean, this guy is averaging 30.2 points per game. He's shooting from the field 45.6%, 48.6% from three-point, has an 87% from the free throw line. Like, he's a bucket. He's a bucket, man. And he just plays with a different mentality that he exudes that confidence. And so it's hard not to fall in love with the guy.
So something I want to preface really quick. I've tried to put some feelers out there for if there's anybody that the Kings don't exactly like, or any preferences that they have, any concerns that they have. We've talked a lot about potential concerns with Darren Peterson. That's always been our speculation. That's not been in the minds of the Sacramento Kings.
Right.
I do not know how the Kings feel about Darren Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
I know how the Kings feel about A.J. DeBonsa, or at least I've been told, and it's very, 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 very high. I have gotten good indications that Cam Boozer is very impressive to the Sacramento Kings, but I'm pretty sure Cam Boozer is very impressive to everybody. And we hear so much about this draft class is deep, right? So the Kings likely like a good amount of players from this draft. What separates AJ, what separates Acuff to the point where I'm comfortable talking about it and sharing it here on the airwaves is the responses that I've gotten when reaching out about those two in particular have been, love him.
Sure.
Love him. Those are the words. Love him.
Yep.
That's the first thing I got when in regards to the Kings' interest in Darius Acuff. They love him. First thing I got, Kings' interest in A.J. DeBonsa. They love him. That doesn't mean they don't love any of those other guys. Those are the two guys I have asked most specifically about, and I've gotten very similar responses on those two. I have asked about others and gotten decent responses about them as well. But AJ and Acuff, both of the ones that really stood out to me as those are guys. And again, AJ was months ago. I have not followed up on AJ since, but AJ was months ago, very early on in this show, show's existence. They're huge fans of him then. I don't know why they would feel any differently now. So my applying that to my way of thinking here is this. Like, if the Kings had the number 1 overall pick, I think they go AJ. Yeah, that's me guessing this. I think they go AJ. Same. And AJ right now is the odds-on favorite to be number 1 overall. Yep. If the Kings ended up at number 2 and AJ fell to them, I think they'd go AJ. I'm pretty sure AJ is likely towards the top of their board. Mm-hmm. I have no idea how many players are in between AJ and Acuff. Yep. I have no clue. Mm-hmm. Cam Boozer might be there. Peterson might be there. I don't think Kingston Flemings is there. No clue at that point. But I do believe that if Darius Acuff is there for the Sacramento Kings to take and AJ is off the board, I believe Darius Acuff is very, very high up on that list of guys that they would like to take.
Yeah.
That's all I can do.
I keep on hearing the sound from Sean Miller, Texas's head coach. It's just like rewinding back in my head of like, this is the best point guard I've seen in my 36 years, like whatever, of coaching. And like, I don't know why that stood and stuck with me, because like that, he does not say that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, for him to say that, to see a guy like this, if we have it, we can. I just like that stuck with me, and I'm like, okay, this is a guy that really, really could turn around an organization.
Kyle, you have that sound ready to go?
In my time, and I'll just go 34 years,
I was close.
I've never seen a point guard better. And when people talk about, who's going to be the number 1 pick in the NBA draft or who's the best player in the conference, I mean, just for a perspective, and I think our conference is great, he averages 25 points a game. I'll just start right there. He shoots 40% from the three-point line. He leads our league in assists. I think he's the first player since Pete Maravich who's led our league in both points and assists. If you look at Arkansas as a team, the best thing they do is they never turn the ball over, and that's because he has the ball in his hands 80% of the time. His assist-to-turnover ratio is astonishing, and not until you actually are in the game and you feel his presence. The adage of a point guard makes the game easier for his teammates. He's a textbook prime example of that. I just have never been on a court where one player at that position is any better than he is.
That's all. I'm serious. After I heard that, because obviously I had liked Acuff's game, but I hadn't been fully 100%. When I heard Sean Miller say that, watching that game too, I was like, yeah, I'm in.
So the reason why I reached out most specifically about Acuff was because I always had in the back of my mind, the shooting is awesome.
Yeah.
The I see the difference between Acuff and Kingston Fleming's for me has always been the elite skill.
Yeah. By the way, Fleming's only had 9 points in this past game.
But and he's a really good, well-rounded point guard. Like a really good, well-rounded point guard. Significantly better defender than Darius Acuff is in my mind. But I look at Kingston Fleming's and I like him. But again, I'm star hunting in this draft. And Darius Acuff to me looks like a star. Mm-hmm. Or the star potential is there. Mm-hmm. It jumps off the page for Acuff. People disagree with me. A lot of people think Kingston Fleming's has it, and that's totally fine.
Absolutely.
I could be dead wrong about Kingston Fleming's. Yep. I have no idea.
Yep.
But the reason why I reached out about Acuff specifically is because I've always had in the back of my mind, but the defense.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Because I have
absolutely fair.
Done my best, as all of us have done our best, to try and identify, okay, what's Scott Perry's type? What's Doug Christie's type of player? And we know the point guard is a very essential position, a position that the Kings will have to address once again this summer. We have no idea what they're going to do with Russell Westbrook. Obviously, Dennis Schroeder's gone. So the point guard position is right back in the air. Big question mark once again going into this summertime. So drafting a point guard in that sense makes sense. But with Scott Perry's pillars and Doug Christie quite literally changing every question about offense to defense because that's how Doug Christie's wired.
Sure.
Does Darius Acuff make sense? That's always been my question.
Same here.
So when I reached out, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll get a kind of an idea of where they're at with the upside versus, but the defense. And to get the response that I got of, no, they love him. He's very high on their board, stands out to me. Because defensively, while I don't think it's like, oh, God, there's nothing that can be done, there have been many plays where Acuff is a cone on defense. He gets blown right by. And, I mean, that would fit Sacramento in a lot of ways with their perimeter defense. But clearly...
construction, that would fit it too.
Well, that too. But clearly, if this is, like, if what I'm being told is true, which I very much trust what I'm being told, then either the Sacramento Kings don't think the defense is as much of a problem as it is, or they think that, hey, you get him with Scott Perry, you get him with Doug Christie. Doug Christie can fix that.
Sure.
And to your point, the attitude that he plays with, how hard he plays, maybe they look at that and go, we see the elite skills on offense. We see his ability as a playmaker, which I think is kind of underrated. I think he's more of an underrated playmaker than he gets credit for.
Yeah, I agree on that term.
And we can work on the defense, and we can fix the defense, or we can get him better with the perimeter defense. That's me speculating, but that's the vibe that I got.
I would say because he can be such a difference maker in terms of setting his guys up for buckets, or just if he needs to score, he can score, right? He's got that 3-point shot. There's so many upsides to his game. Any player at this point is not perfect that's going to come out of the draft. There are a lot of really good players who all have their deficiencies. And I think for us, I think it's a good question to have because we're so used to hearing defense here. But when it's all said and done, guys, you need a damn playmaker. And you need somebody who is going to take by the hands and go with it. And I just think Kingston, if you bring him in, if you do fall to that 4 or 5 spot and he's there, he's right there in your face saying, hey, I'm here. You go get him.
So here are the last...
You worry about the defense after that.
Here are the last 6 games for Darius Acuff Jr., including the 2 tournament games. Against High Point, 36 points, 6 assists, 3 of 6 from three-point range. Versus Hawaii, 24 points, 2 of 5 from three-point range, 7 assists, also a steal in both those games. Against Vandy, 30 points, 11 assists, 5 of 8 from three-point range. Against Ole Miss in overtime, 24 points, 2 of 7 from three-point range, 7 assists, steal in that game. Against, who's this, Oklahoma? Yeah, Oklahoma, 37 points, 5 of 9 from three-point range, 5 assists, 3 steals in that game. Against Texas, 28 points, 4 of 6 from three-point range, 13 assists in that game. Those are his last 6 games. They're 6-0 over that stretch. By the way, that doesn't include, if you go back to Wednesday, February 18th, in a double overtime loss against Alabama, Dude had 49 points
Mm-hmm.
and was 6 of 10 from three-point range in that game.
His 3-point shot at consistency.
Like, I don't know why he's not being talked about as a scorer the same way Darren Peterson's being talked about as a scorer.
I don't either. And guess what? That man, he played through his damn injury. That man didn't make excuses. That man plays in a damn good conference too, which is the SEC. So, but DP got all the love the entire season.
Well, speaking of Darren Peterson, Kyle, do we have this queued up? Seth Greenberg said on the air today that, well, I won't tell you what he said. It just, it was some pointed comments about Darren Peterson.
He's an incredible talent. He's an incredible prospect. Having said that, in that game, on that stage, against that team, I wanted him to go all Darius Acuff Jr. I wanted him to take over the game. 5 for 15 wasn't efficient. To me, sometimes he just disappeared in the game. The guy is a ridiculous shot maker. He can do it all. He can catch it and attack the basket. He has a middle game. He shoots the three. But he doesn't work as hard as he needs to work to get freed up. So Darren Peterson, special talent, but in that environment, in that game, a game you must win against St. John's, you need to take over the game. You need to have a mentality like Acuff had the other night. And I just did not see that, and that is my concern for Peterson, and that's why I would not take him number one.
He just took the words right out of my mouth, Seth Greenberg.
So I know you want to react to that, and I'm going to let you go here in just a second. Two things I want to point out. What jumps off the page to everybody is, he didn't work as hard as he needed to. But what jumped off the page to me listening to that, what did he say? I wanted him to go full Darius Acuff Jr.
Yes, dog mentality.
Like
Take over.
That, again,
Yeah,
glowing
dog
example of what Darius Acuff Jr. has been doing.
Yes.
But then the hard work thing. Now, I do think that Darren Peterson could have had a lot more help from his Kansas teammates in that game. But, I mean.
I don't give a damn.
It's, hey, man, you're looked at as the
Peterson.
star.
He's getting paid a lot of money. He's been getting all the love for most of the year. I don't care. Even A.J. DeBonta put his team on his back when he needed to. They didn't win, but you can't say it because of A.J. Like, Darren does not scream dog to me. D-A-double-G, whatever you want to call it.
D-A-W-G.
WG. I don't know what it is. I don't want to sit here and belittle Darren as a player. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do that. But when I'm having to compare him to a guy like Acuff, who I know is shooting guard opposed to a point guard, but you want somebody who you know just like the good outweighs the bad when you're drafting in this draft, especially if you're the Kings. And I just feel like there's something missing with Peterson, at least right now in his game, in terms of that mentality, like to take over. He just doesn't scream that to me on the court in moments like that. And I get that's why I agree with Seth Greenberg on everything he just said. And I text you guys this weekend, and I pretty much said there's something that just doesn't, there's something wrong. Like there's something that's not right in terms of Peterson at least going to the Kings. Like it's not going to work.
Yeah, this was before any of the stuff came out today.
Right.
Kayla was feeling this way.
And so I'm going to stick with my gut. I don't know. And here's the thing. Like the defensive side of Darren Peterson's game, it's better than Acuff. I get that. But then this is a guy as a shooting guard who doesn't have the ability to really like set his teammates up. Like he's not an assist guy.
No, he doesn't play make.
But Acuff is assist guy. He is a shooter. He does have the 3-point. Like to me, the upside is way, way more than a Peterson. He's a dog.
We got to get to TC. We got to get to pool guy Mark. Hold on, guys, just a second. Get to you in just a second. I don't think Darren Peterson is going number one overall. I don't know if Darren Peterson's going number two.
He might not be.
I think it's AJ and I think it's Cam.
I think so too.
But maybe Cam falls to 3 and he goes 2. If there is a scenario where Peterson starts to slide on draft night, let's say the Kings are at 4. They're exactly where they are expected to be. Number 1, AJ. Number 2, Cam Boozer. Caleb Wilson goes 3.
Yep.
You're number 4. Darren Peterson, who many consider to be the number 1 overall pick in this draft a month ago. a couple months ago, Darren Peterson is there for you at 4. But Darius Acuff is right there at the top of your board, too.
Ooh.
This is the classic example of do not freaking overthink it versus, yeah, but there's a reason. Think Thomas freaking Robinson, also out of Kansas. Thomas Robinson falls to the Sacramento Kings, who are going to take Damian Lillard. They told Damian Lillard, you're the dude, we're going to take you. But Thomas Robinson fell, and they're like, well, here he is. We got to grab him.
There goes Matt's
And
pen.
dude was out the league very quickly because he fell in their lap. So I get, hey, you don't want to overthink it. Like, Darren Peterson is an unbelievable offensive talent. He's there. He fell to you. Your dream scenario. You could have gotten the best player of the draft fall to you at 4, a la Luka Doncic. Brilliant. It's right there for you. But why did he fall to 4? Because if he comes to Sacramento and he doesn't want to play in Sacramento, does it become a problem? This is a position that I don't know. I hope the Kings don't have this problem on draft night because it's going to make me sick thinking about it. And I don't know which direction the Kings would go, to be honest with you. I do not know.
I don't either.
Again, I haven't been told. I have not gotten any indication at all how the Sacramento Kings feel about Darren Peterson. TC and Pool Guy Mark both want to talk about Darius Acuff Jr. We'll start with TC. What up, TC?
Hey, Caleb. Matt, what's up?
What's up,
TC?
Hey, just vibing. So, AJ, you already know, AJ's always been the pick number 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if you're not sold on Caleb or the boy Cam Boozer, Acuff is the pick. It's like 1 and 2. The only reason I say the other 2 guys is because that stretch 4, the size that we need. But at this point, it really doesn't matter, bro. If I'm at 4, I'm not getting caught up in the madness if Peterson fought. Peterson never been my guy anyway. So I don't really care how much he slides. Acuff is the pick right there, and it wouldn't be a reach in my opinion. If I'm at 4 and AJ is gone, Acuff's the pick, bro.
My guy
Nice,
TC.
TC.
He feels the same
and
way.
I get him on the Boozer point too.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be upset with it if they went Boozer if they couldn't get AJ. I wouldn't be upset at Boozer either. Like I'll be honest. Look, Acuff's my guy. Y'all know that. I'll ride and die with him. But I get it if you take Boozer too.
Cam Boozer is the guy that I've been told publicly and privately by multiple different draft experts, which, I mean, these are people that dedicate their lives to covering the draft and covering college basketball. They know a lot more than I do, but nobody's perfect. I've had multiple people say if the Kings want to actually become perennial winners, Cam Boozer's the guy to go and get.
Absolutely.
So Cam Boozer might be there as well. And I have not been told specifically how much the Kings love Cam Boozer like I have been about Acuff and AJ, but there's no way he's not very high up on their board as well. Pool Guy Mark wants to hop in on the Acuff conversation. What up, Pool Guy Mark?
Man, I do like your boy right there. I look at the modern NBA and I look at, guys like Trae Young and Darius Garland. I don't know if like just a star point guard who doesn't play defense is that viable or, a valuable commodity these days. I would just want some length. Wagler. Hopefully I would take Peterson. I like him. I just am afraid of the defense. I mean, look at the Kings. Look at the guy that's with the broken finger. I mean, he can play, he can score. That dude doesn't play defense. He's useless.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's my take.
I appreciate you, Pool Guy Mark. Yeah, Caleb Wilson is a damn good defender.
Yeah.
Super long, super athletic. The concern that I've always had with Caleb Wilson is he doesn't shoot the ball well.
Sure.
Hey, man, you come into the Sacramento Kings, damn near this entire roster doesn't shoot the ball well. And the Kings are already lowest in three-point percentage and lowest in three-point volume.
Yeah.
They need shooters.
No, I get that. I absolutely get that. And your point is well taken, Pool Guy Mark. I just think, you're never going to have, like I said, a perfect prospect. And right now, points is also something that you have to have. And you have to – we've seen it with the Kings. They just, don't have that three-point guy ever. And they don't have that point guard right now. Unless you want Russ to be it for the next 10 years, which is not going to happen. There's gotta be some give and take. And defensively, I just think he can work on that part of his game. Is he ever going to be great in the defensive side? Probably not. But I think he could be a lot better.
We're going to continue this conversation into the next segment because we still have to talk about Cam Boozer being the last of the top 4 guys that is still playing. Don't think that's a coincidence in addition to the 2-point guards. We'll take a look at the Tankathon standings update and go through just where the Sacramento Kings are at. If you missed it, if you're just tuning in, what I reported earlier in the segment that started this whole conversation, I'll share it again really quick. I reached out to a very trusted source to ask about the interest of the Sacramento Kings in Darius Acuff Jr. I got a response almost immediately emphasizing they love him. So there are many, and I can't tell you specifically who in that front office. Ultimately, it's Scott Perry's decision, but I have to imagine if I'm getting that kind of response, Scott Perry and B.J. Armstrong probably feel pretty darn good about a guy like Darius Acuff. I've also been told similar things about A.J. DeBonsa, but that goes back a couple months ago. Darius Acuff is the one I reached out about most recently. We'll continue this conversation on the other side. If you want to join into the conversation, you can do so, 916-339-1140. Don't go anywhere. Matt and Kayla returns right after this.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, though, may I ask if there are any unlocked guns in your home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
It all comes down to this, folks.
Yep, the entire season is on the line.
But my throat has officially thrown in the towel. Sounds like you need Vicks VapoCool drops. They're max strength and vaporize sore throat pain.
Whoa! These VapoCool drops hit fast.
Speaking of fast, did you just see that play?
Yeah, he vaporized that ball.
That pun should have come with a penalty.
Vaporize sore throat pain with Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action, but please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio. So we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
Well, what other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
Contractors, remodelers, you now have a great supplier to assist you with your next project. Nova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento. They are Northern California's best kitchen and bathroom remodeling supply store. And Nova has the latest cabinet styles, a great selection of countertops, flooring, bathroom fixtures, and more. Visit their website, InnovaCabinetStone.com. Take advantage of their grand opening special, a $750 in-store credit. Stop by today, Innova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert, John Party, Chris Junk, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with the California Highway Patrol, Fox Family Heating and Air, and Tacovas. More info at CITPFest.com. Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports 1140.
You know, the number 4 in Sacramento is pretty darn good. Number 4, most famously associated with a guy you may have heard of named Chris Webber. You know about him?
Yeah.
Ever heard of him, Kayla?
Yeah,
He's pretty darn good.
He's pretty darn good. He was pretty darn good.
Pretty darn good. We've seen him on a few of the broadcasts for March Madness.
Yeah, I love seeing him on there.
C-Web's the best, man. C-Web's the best. I got the opportunity to interview C-Web for the first time when I was doing TV, and this was either last season or the season before, but I think it was last season.
Yeah.
Chris, his book had just come out.
Nice.
Which I still haven't read. Shame on me. I haven't read Chris's book. But he came to Sacramento, kind of a part of a book tour, and he was doing like a book signing for fans and stuff like that. And as soon as Chris Webber comes back, like it's right back to where it was. He's an icon in this city.
Absolutely.
And I got the chance to interview him and talk to him as part of that. And he was so cool, man. He was so gracious. Loves talking about Sacramento but loves talking about just his journey in general. And but the number 4, of course, is forever associated with Chris. And the Sacramento Kings might end up with the 4th pick. As of right now, they have the 4th best odds in the draft lottery. Now, Tank fans, don't be rolling your eyes going, really, that's what we're doing now? We're talking about number 4 because of Chris Webber instead of number 1, which is the best. I get it. If you're upset about the Sacramento Kings beating the Brooklyn Nets last night, I don't necessarily fully blame you. Part of me felt kind of a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you, Kayla. When the Nets started making that run, when the Nets started making that run a little bit,
thought they were gonna win,
and I just started leaning forward. Yeah. I'm like, Brooklyn, what are you doing, Jordy? What are you doing? And they stepped out of bounds on that chance to tie the game, and I was like, yep, there they are. Good job, Nets. Well played. Well done. I get fans who are frustrated by the Kings winning that game, but I don't. Again, I've been frustrated with enough things this freaking season. For mental health wise, just kind of accepting, okay, this is what the Sacramento Kings are going to do, and then appreciating what Maxime Reynaud is doing and appreciating Malik Monk going for 32 last night. It was just a lot more fun. That's a heart take. That's not a brain take. Like, logically, yes, the Sacramento Kings should probably be prioritizing losing games. It ain't going to happen. It's just not going to happen with this team, and that might make you go, well, that's because they're dumb. If you feel that way, that's fine. That's just where the Sacramento Kings are at. And currently, they sit with the 4th best draft lottery odds. They are 19-53 now on the season. There was a bit where they had 15 wins and were on a 15, 16 game losing streak. And we're like, are they even gonna reach the 17? Which would tie their worst season in Sacramento ever? Well,
now look at us.
That was before everyone else started tanking.
Yeah. Now we're talking about they've won too many games.
And then Indiana went on a 16-game losing streak. Washington also on a 16-game losing streak. Well done, guys.
So the Kings can't even get the longest losing streak in the NBA this year?
Nope. They blew that too, I guess.
I guess we're technically tied right now, but...
Oh, it'll be broken very soon. The Indiana Pacers are... And Washington Wizards are as shamelessly taking.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the Kings were trying to win games during that losing streak. They were just bad.
Yeah.
The Pacers and Wizards are like, who cares?
At least the Kings are going to be like, well, you can't blame them changing all the rules on us.
Listen, basketball gods, karma's a thing.
Absolutely.
Remember this. In that 4th spot, now the Kings are not locked into this 4th spot. Technically, the Utah Jazz are still lurking. The Jazz are still lurking over there in 5th, but they're, I believe, 2.5 games back. Yes, 2.5 games back of Sac. So,
but they played one fewer game.
True, but the Kings would have to rattle off a decent amount of wins over this stretch. And
Can you list their final opponents?
Upcoming schedule? Sure. Yeah. So the Kings are about to go on a 5-game road trip, which begins tomorrow in Charlotte.
Okay.
They already lost to Charlotte. They got beat up by Charlotte. Yeah, this game was fairly close, 117-109.
Was that the one here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one we went to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're at Charlotte, at Orlando, at Atlanta, at Brooklyn, at Toronto. That's that 5-game road trip they're about to go on, right? That's from now through April 1st. I mean, there are definitely winnable games on that trip.
But they're kind of bad on the road.
They've been bad on the road, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But they're playing well right now. Like I think they'll lose to Charlotte. They should lose to Orlando and Atlanta. Brooklyn, I think they'll beat because Brooklyn has no interest in winning. Like
Brooklyn
we just
be
saw.
broke.
Brooklyn be broke. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn.
And then Toronto to wrap it up. Toronto is a playoff or in the playoff mix in the East. So like the Kings, in theory, will be favored in only 1 out of the 5 games. But if they were to win 2 of those 5, would you be surprised? I wouldn't.
No.
They come back home for New Orleans and the Clippers. The Pelicans and the Clippers. They've lost to the Pelicans a couple of times. What works in the Kings' favor is even though the Pelicans are bad, they don't have their own picks, so they're just trying to win games anyway right now. So hopefully the Pelicans would win that game. The Clippers, the Kings just beat the Clippers in LA. Maybe they have revenge on the mind. Those games matter for the Clippers because they're jockeying for position. Then they have back-to-back games against Golden State. I don't know how to look at these games at all. Alan Stiles has talked about this a lot. He's right. Some of the lineups that the Warriors have been putting out there as of late have been really bad because Steph Curry's been hurt.
Yes.
Hopefully by that time, Steph Curry would be back. The Golden State Warriors are going to be locked in as a play-in team. I don't know what their battle for positioning in the play-in is going to look like, so there is a chance that maybe they go, screw it, we're resting guys because we know we're going to be a play-in team, and maybe the Kings catch a wounded Warrior team that they can beat once or twice. I have no idea. Those 2 games are huge question marks to me. In theory, the Warriors should beat the Kings, but I don't know what version of the Warriors we're going to get.
If Steph plays, they should, but again, their lineups have been wonky.
Yeah, and then they wrap up the season in Portland.
Okay.
10 games remaining.
And
wow, 10 games?
Just as a reference point, the Jazz, 8 of their 11 remaining games are against above 500 teams.
Yeah, so the Jazz are going to lose a lot. They've been losing a lot. The Nets play lot.
Jazz.
The Nets play a lot of good teams, but they also play the Wizards and the Pacers one more time each. I assume the Nets are going to win both of those games because those 2 teams are just doing everything in their power to lose games. Mm-hmm. So Brooklyn, there are 2 wins there for Brooklyn that maybe, just maybe, the Sacramento Kings could make up the gap. I'm pretty confident that where the Kings are at is exactly where they're going to stay.
4.
They're going to be right at that 4 spot. Yeah. And we've talked about this already on the show, but that's a 48.5% chance of a top 4 pick.
Should we do Tankathon?
Yeah, why not? A 48.5% chance at a top 4 pick and a 12.5% chance at number 1 overall, which is less than 14, which is the top picks. Here we go. I'm a little behind the sound, and
Okay, well, that's not the
7.
This would piss Kings fans off.
No.
This would piss Kings fans off.
Oh, I know what it is.
Now, the good news is the Kings didn't fall as far as they could, which is 8. The bad news is the Brooklyn Nets, who leapfrogged the Kings and took that spot, the Brooklyn Nets won the draft lottery.
Okay.
If the Nets win the lottery, Kings fans are going to lose their minds. But yay for Jordy. Jordy and the Brooklyn Nets get number 1. Memphis moves up 5 spots to get number 2. Portland jumps up 9 spots to get number 3.
Ew.
Washington gets number 4. The Pacers lose their pick at number 5.
Yes!
We love that.
Yes.
We love
now
that.
the Clippers get it, though.
Yeah, but I'd rather the Clippers get it, truth be told, than the Pacers, to be honest with you. Because boo what the Pacers are doing. And the Kings at 6.
6?
The Kings at 6.
I don't think Darius Acuff is going to be there at 6.
No, I don't think he's going to be there
Kingston
at 6
Fleming.
too.
And Kingston, look, and I there is a part of me that will acknowledge, that has to acknowledge, unless something changes between now and then, and who knows, Houston's playing really well. There is a part of me that if the Kings end up with Kingston Flemings on draft night, I am going to be disappointed. But I'm not counting the guy out by any means. I see the talent that's there.
I'm just not as excited.
Exactly. I think 6 would be a pretty rough spot for the Kings to be.
I think that's one of the rougher spots.
I think Darius Acuff is gone.
Yeah.
And after 5, I do think there is a pretty significant drop-off. You get the leftover, and that sounds so freaking...
Because sometimes leftovers are good, like heated pizza, heated spaghetti. I am all about that.
You heat your pizza back up after...
Yeah.
Oh, no, I go cold pizza.
No, boo.
Mm-hmm.
To who?
To you.
Why?
You gotta heat your pizza back up.
Nah, cold pizza's bomb.
That's the best pizza is reheated pizza.
You're all wrong and you're stupid, and every food take I have is right.
I'm sure there definitely won't be one of those in Pick a Side. I haven't even looked yet. I'm sure there's going to be a food thing in there somewhere.
Kayla always sneaks something in, whatever she had for dinner last night.
I have a food thing in
But
there.
if the Kings ended up at 6, that's a pretty spooky spot to be in.
It really is.
I would not feel good about it. 5, okay, I'm walking out of there with either Acuff or Caleb, or I guess Darren Peterson if he falls.
Yeah.
By the way, this is the really dumb thing I learned about the lottery, is that the 4 and the 5 pick have a very slim chance of actually getting the 5 pick because so many teams get bumped down in the lottery. It's like if the Kings stayed at 4, they'd only have like a 7% chance of landing the 5th pick in the draft. It's like you're either getting the top 4 or you're probably going to 6, 7, or 8.
Yeah, but the 8 pick, falling at 5 is you're right. It's a tough spot, but
it's like the Jazz at 5 right now only have a 2% chance of actually having the 5 pick.
I don't remember what the exact numbers are, but by the way, just for Kings fans to relax a little bit, the chance of falling to 8 is super, super slim. It's not like, thank you, 2.2%. It's not like when the Kings, if the Kings had ended up at number 1 and we're like, well, they could fall to 5, it's the worst they could fall. There was a very good chance they could fall to 5. Technically, it was a likelihood that they could fall to 5 just because of the way the lottery works and the flattened odds. At 4, the worst case scenario is very, very unlikely. But some would argue the Kings falling to 6 or further is the worst case scenario. I certainly would subscribe to that theory because again, at 6, I think this is a 5-man draft. I think there are 5 guys that have star potential. And, we can go through them. AJ, Darren Peterson, Cam Boozer. This is not in any order, by the way. AJ, Darren Peterson, Cam Boozer, Darius Acuff, Caleb Wilson. Those are the 5 guys. Kingston Flemings is number 6. I'm not as high on Kingston Flemings. Other people are. Some people think Kingston Fleming should be the 5th and Acuff should be the 6th.
Yep.
Wherever you fall on that, that's fine.
Own.
But to me, it's a 5-man draft, depending upon how you look at it. Some would say 6-man if you like both Kingston and or Flemings and Darius Acuff. 6 would be a tough spot for the Sacramento Kings. But they're going to end up at, I'm almost guaranteeing you the Kings are going to end up at 4. If they fall to 5, if the Jazz catch them, I'm going to be pissed. So, Jazz, knock it off. Find them again, NBA. Get them. They're cheating again.
Get them, Silver.
Get them. All right, we'll take
and Utah's getting all the pro teams now. I'm done with them. Done with the state.
Yep, the whole state. I'm with Kayla Anderson on that. We'll take the break. When we come back, it is time to pick a side. Plus, coming up on the show, we'll have a chance for you to win a pair of tickets to see the Sacramento Kings take on the New Orleans Pelicans on April 3rd. Stay tuned for that. You're listening to Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the 3. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's weird when you get a stalker. I'll never forget, I met her. She was outside, and she's a stalker, so, not hot. That's just what you picture when you picture a stalker. If they were hot, they wouldn't be a stalker. They'd be my girlfriend.
From Saturday Night Live, his Netflix specials, and Peacock's Bupkis, Pete Davidson, live, Friday, April 10th, the venue at Thunder Valley. Get tickets now at ThunderValleyResort.com. Pete Davidson, live.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda.
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 916-277-8599 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Pick a side, any side. It's time for Pick a Side on Matt and Kayla.
Just hit myself in the nose with my own headphones. What the hell?
Matt just broke his nose on the show.
Oh, it's not that bad. I suck. Never mind. Pick a side. Welcome back to Matt Kayla. It's time to pick a side. Kyle Ledbetter, take it away.
Matt, pick a side. Which one hurts more, left side of your nostril or the right side of your nostril?
Currently right at the moment.
That was the point of impact.
Yeah, I got hit. I was pulling the headphone.
Yeah, I've done that before, and it goes back at you.
Just rubber band and went right off my nose.
Because we have the same headphones, and so mine does that too sometimes.
Did your head ever hurt after wearing these?
Sometimes.
Oh man, not my favorite.
But I don't know how people wear those ones that cover their entire head.
The studio headphones.
Those things hurt.
Those things are massive. Yeah. Well,
I hate those.
When you happen to have ears that are as big as mine, those things are necessary. But I have full-on studio headphones at home that I use for my setup at home.
Okay.
Those are the best.
Okay.
They're way too expensive though.
You don't want to bring them in?
No.
These are just cheapies, but
Absolutely
they work.
not.
They do the job.
You're talking about these, like Dave's headphones, where they're the size of a planet?
I can't with those.
Like this is just half of Dave's head.
Yeah.
Dave's are bigger than mine, but mine are closer to
Dave
his.
has a big head.
He does have a big head.
So.
All right. Pick a side. Topic number 1, Kyle Ledbetter.
All right, number 1. There's only 3 of the top 6 prospects left in March Madness, like you mentioned, Matt. It's Boozer and the point guards. Boozer and the point guard. That'd be a good band. Boozer and the point guards. So let's say none of the top 6 are going to make it to the Final Four at March Madness. Yes or no?
Ooh.
No. I'm riding all the way. Well, 1, because of my bracket. But
you got Dookie.
It's not just because of my bracket. Cam Boozer has never not won any. The dude is just a winner.
Yeah.
He just wins. He finds ways to win. There's no reason to bet against it. So at the very least, Duke and Cam Boozer will make it into the Final Four. But I think they're going to be playing for a title.
Yeah, the ACUF thing with Arizona could get tricky, and not because of ACUF, because Arizona's just that good, and I have them winning it all. So that would eliminate probably ACUF for me. Fleming's, Houston is doing their thing, and they're kind of more of the quiet ones doing their thing. So Fleming's, they still have an opportunity, but yeah, with Boozer right now and Duke, I think there'll be at least 1. So yeah, I'm going to say there's going to be at least 1.
Bracket also got cleared out for Houston.
That's the thing.
Houston's
with Florida not in it.
And we don't want to
They've cleared the path a little.
Don't want to be disrespectful to Illinois. Don't want to be disrespectful to St. John. Not St. John, excuse me. Don't want to be disrespectful to Nebraska. Who just beat
Iowa.
Thank you. Don't want to be disrespectful to all those teams. The runway is clear
and Houston's
for Houston.
Been there. They've kind of done that.
And they've been beating everybody up.
Yeah.
Side note too, watching Iowa and Nebraska play March Madness basketball
really
and not the worst college football every year at 9 a.m. on Black Friday is going to be a little bit disorienting.
That is funny. The battle for the corn in March Madness.
Corn Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to say yes. None of them are going to make it to the Final Four.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Hate Rick Pitino, but let's say Rick Pitino pulls it off. I don't know.
St. John's.
Yeah. Johnny's. Or Dan Hurley, who you also hate.
Yep.
So.
What? I didn't say I hated him. I just said he gets a little crazy on the sidelines from time to time. That kind of rubs me the wrong way.
Taste.
But I think he's a damn good coach.
He is a damn good coach, but he is an acquired taste.
Man, that is the nutty coach bracket. Let me tell you. Rick Pitino, Tom Izzo, Dan Hurley, and Shire. I guess Shire's fine.
That's where they should do if it's title fights not pre-game, but the day before the game, press conferences with the coaches on the stage at the same time, and
they go head to head.
Talk ish.
And they just talk trash. Man, I want to do that.
No, they're all professionals, all coach speak.
That'd be so fun.
Yeah, that bracket specifically. Is that the one that's in San Jose? Did we say?
San Jose is Arizona, Arkansas.
So
no.
Yeah.
They're somewhere else.
All right, what's next?
All right, next up, Villanova coach Kevin Willard had some interesting comments at halftime of their first-round game against Utah State.
This was crazy.
Coach, 16 paint points for Utah State. How do you keep them out?
I'm going to fire my staff because we've...
Not now.
Yeah, I am, because we've given up 8 points on underneath that bounds defense. So the only thing I'm going to do is fire them and get a new staff.
All right, go do that now. Bye, Coach. Kevin, we're losing people by the second.
Like, why would you even do
Well, they're
that?
still there now.
That's good.
Right now they're
Good.
okay. So at least they're going to be here through the end of this, half. I
I'm
was going to
sorry.
say game, but who knows?
I cannot stand that answer.
Really?
That's the dumbest stuff I've ever heard. Why would you even go there? Clearly he's thinking something in the back of his mind. He should have been like, I'm going to fire myself, you idiot. Why would you ever even say that if you even thought it was a joke, you idiot?
I hear what you're saying.
Get out of here. What a weirdo.
I definitely took it as tongue in cheek. I definitely took it as he has the relationship with his staff that he can say something like that. Stupid. And kind of is. I took it as more bantery than anything else. But on a national stage, you better hope they took it that way.
Well, and also give some freaking substance. That was no substance. It was I'm gonna fire my coach. He. You're not funny. You're a bad team and you lost. You suck.
No, I'm on Team Matt here. Because here's the thing. You know that meme like in and out?
No,
or like
don't.
tired or wired?
No.
Out. Coaches bashing players during these post-game pressers or mid-game interviews. In, coaches bashing their assistants during those post-game. I loved that so much.
Kevin Willard, you also lost and you're out.
Yeah,
So
but that's
there you
why
go.
he's
That's
firing
out.
his staff.
They're out.
Now, if it actually comes out that he fires his staff, it looks so
Well,
bad.
now he can't. Maybe
He really can't.
wanted to.
He really
And
can't.
now it would be an awful look on him if
Although,
he did
what
it.
if he replaces one coach, like essentially his offensive coordinator? It's like, well, that guy. So it was that guy's fault, huh? I think I would like to believe that if I felt confident enough saying that on national television, I had the relationship and the banter with them that I'd be like, oh wait, I'm firing my staff. This is terrible. Trying to make light out of a very pressure-packed situation, but. Again, you better be damn sure because you just said that in front of millions of people on national television.
Okay, I did look up the follow-up. They asked him about it at the post-game. He said, it's a joke. God bless it. I don't care. Welcome to my life. It's a joke.
Yeah, I took it that way, but I get it. Like, it's
I still think, like,
be a little spooky.
okay, cool. What was the substance?
So if
Nothing.
Kayla ever makes a joke on the air about firing Matt because she's tired of working with me, that's not a joke, that's real.
I'm sorry. I always think with stuff like that, like in the back of your mind, there is something there.
Oh, for sure.
And it's like,
obviously he got asked about it because enough people felt a certain type of way about it, and rightfully so. That's a crazy thing to say.
I also say shout out Lauren Shahadi for like playing it off as it's saying, because in that moment you don't know what you're supposed to say when he says
right
that.
now.
That's what I'm saying.
He's like, yep, right now.
Lauren Shahadi killed it with the response.
No, she did very good.
All right, next.
All right, next up, let's go. Buzzer beater or a Hail Mary? Which is cooler?
Game winner.
Or game-winning Hail Mary?
I'm going to say buzzer beater because, I'm sorry, Hail Marys always look kind of lame. Like, you just chuck the ball up and maybe it gets tipped and just falls into someone's lap. Now, when it happens, it's really, really cool.
What if it's like a tight spiral? Like,
if it's just like a perfect
like
dot
Aaron
to the back of
Rodgers
the end
against
zone.
the Lions?
Right, because sometimes it is that lame duck, like, it's like it's lost its spiral.
Yeah.
It kind of like falls into the end zone.
See, so normally when I think about like answer a question like this, I usually go like, what happens less often? And a Hail Mary touchdown happens significantly less often than a buzzer beater.
Mm-hmm.
But buzzer beater moments are freaking aura, man. From
so cool.
Nikola Jokic throwing the ball the entire length of the court on a buzzer beater to, I mean, Dame Lillard in the playoffs with his classic getting tackled in the Dame time. He's just staring at the camera. Like, buzzer beater moments are so aura filled in the NBA. So I'll go that. But Hail Marys are very rare.
Hail Marys are rare, but there is something about a buzzer beater that I just like. It's like the silence as it comes out of the out of the hands, and then when it hits, and like then the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, everybody holds their breath.
It's
like,
just it's something magical, and so I'm gonna go with the buzzer beater. It's always a cool thing.
Did you ever play Three Flies Up as a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, I was a beast at Three Flies Up.
Oh, of course you were. You're beast at everything.
He's over here hitting what is this? Papa shot?
Papa shot.
Yeah,
left
we've got
and
a
right.
Papa shot.
Oh, you mean hitting
here.
38 in a row?
Athlete.
We won our rec league basketball game this weekend too.
Look at that.
But
Congratulations.
I mean, Hail Marys are just 3 flies up. Throw it up there and hope it gets batted around and it falls into the right guy's lap.
But that's why it's so cool. Like, everybody on the field knows this is what you're trying to do. It's very easy to defend, and yet you're still able to beat it. Oh, it's crazy.
Shout out to the full offensive line protecting the quarterback against the one dude who's trying to bullet.
Exactly.
And then everybody else drops back into coverage and he's like fighting 5 guys. Let me through. Let me through.
You're saying like that Caleb Williams Hail Mary in the playoff game was not like the coolest moment of the NFL season?
Well, it would be if I liked Caleb Williams, but I don't like him, so it made it not as cool.
You are just...
Kayla's on one today.
Yeah,
I am on
I'm
one.
scared. I'm gonna go move over here.
As
Don't
Kevin
cross
Willard, Caleb Williams...
But that's the thing. Y'all find this out about me early. We're about 3 months into the show, but I'll definitely have people or players that I target where
Darren
I'm
Peterson.
like, they got to prove me wrong. Now, once they prove me wrong, I'm like, okay, you proved me wrong, respect.
Hey, Sam Darnold did it for you.
Sometimes they don't prove me wrong.
Sam Darnold, when we first started the show, one of the first things I learned about you is you're a Seahawks fan, but you don't trust Sam Darnold, and then he won you a Super Bowl.
All it took was Sam Darnold winning a Super Bowl for her team.
Yeah, because he listened to me, and he knew that I was like, you don't ship up, you're going to
But like, imagine winning the Super Bowl for your team and then still hating.
Honestly, what I just took from that is Kayla deserves a Super Bowl ring, because Kayla got it.
That's right.
Imagine if we had actually gone
John
to Super
Schneider,
Bowl.
you better mail me one. I need my Super Bowl
Oh, that's
ring.
right. You could have been there.
That's right.
Well, now she's going to punch. How about anytime I make you upset, just punch Matt?
Whoa, hold on.
Matt wouldn't have a face left.
Wow. Wait, does that mean he makes you upset a lot, or that you just want to punch me a lot?
Just whatever. Put anything in front of me, I'll punch
But
him.
I'm an instigator, you know?
Yes, I know.
Yes.
From the safety behind the glass over there, you freaking coward. I'm the one in here with Kayla Anderson. Kill me.
Just like to poke the bear a little bit.
Oh, that's why I can't bring sharp objects into the studio.
Huh? Do you have a pen near you? Take that away.
I put it in my
okay, we're gonna
my
take
bag over here.
We're gonna take the break.
Well, your nostril's going to hurt a lot more after that than bonking your headphones.
That's a good point. We're gonna take the break. I'm gonna run and hide. When we come back, though, hey, welcome to the Sacramento Kings stock market. You guys are buying or selling stocks, and I'm the master of stocks. We're gonna talk about this a little bit. We're diving into the Kings stock market when we come back. It's part of lunch break, so get your snacks ready. 916-329-1140. You can call and be a part of the Kings stock market if you'd like to be. We'll take the break when we come back. It's more Matt and Kayla here on Sactown Sports.
What's up, everybody? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. Chad, tell us what's going on for the Declaration of Deals sales event.
There's nothing more American than a Jeep, and with the Declaration of Deals, now is the time to get your hands on the ultimate factory-certified off-road machine, the new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. When you save up to $6,500 off MSRP.
What else do you have?
We have it all. When you check out the certified pre-owned Supercenter, we have over 200 vehicles waiting for you, including nearly 120 vehicles under $30,000. Whatever you're looking for, you can find it at Hoblet and take advantage of our award-winning customer service. As a fifth-generation dealer, you're not a number, you're family.
Experience the difference and see why Hoblet wins award after award for customer service. Plus, you can search, select, and save through and see their entire inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
$6,500 total net savings on select new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon after $6,000 Hoblet discount and $500 military or first responder bonus cash for eligible members. 3 with net savings. Sample VIN 205698. See dealer for details.
It's time for the madness, and your HVAC system is in a full court press. Cold mornings, warm afternoons. Your heater and AC are battling, and your system is working overtime. Don't let your comfort get knocked out. Score Brower Mechanical's Madness BOGO Special. Buy a heating maintenance and get a free AC maintenance for just $89. Call 916-352-3113. Brower Mechanical. Residential and commercial HVAC sales and service. License number 1081055.
Have you tried my Colombian tamales?
Yes, but the Mexican tamales I brought are way better.
Colombian tamales wrapped in plantain leaves are unmatched, you know.
But the Mexican tamales wrapped in corn husks are the authentic ones.
At least we can agree that they taste better with Pepsi.
Without a doubt, tamales deserve Pepsi. No matter what tamales you love, enter for a chance to win a year's worth of groceries. Powered by Pepsi. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 or over. Ends April 5th, 2026. Rules at pepsipromo.com/free groceries. Pepsi is a registered trademark of Pepsi Going.
Jackson Hewitt will do your taxes for $149 or less, no matter how complicated. So if you're a delivery driver, /handyman, /wedding DJ, you pay only $149 or less. We're talking to you, waitress.
Check, please.
/ pet sitter. / influencer. Just $149 or less. Want your refund to work as hard as you? Hurry. Don't wait. File with Jackson Hewitt today. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
Need life insurance but have diabetes, high blood pressure, or on anxiety meds? If you're a 50-year-old male, even porky, or with type 2 diabetes, $1 million of life insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. For affordable term life insurance, call Term Provider and speak with Big Lou at 800-777-1225. 800-777-1225 or visit biglou.com. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. 800-777-1225.
If your business depends on reliable vehicles, it's time to upgrade your fleet at myelkgrovechevrolet.com. We specialize in fleet pricing, bulk discounts, and fast approvals, so your team stays on the road and on the job. From work trucks and vans to fuel-efficient sedans and SUVs, we have the inventory, service, and financing to keep your business moving. Call or visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today and ask about exclusive fleet savings. myelkgrovechevrolet.com. Driving business forward.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. It's time for the lunch break. Your calls, your thoughts, your segment. Call or text us at 916-339-1140. It's the lunch break on Matt and Kayla.
Yes, indeed, it's the lunch break. But we're spending our lunch break working.
Can someone bring us some lunch, though? That'd be great.
Yeah, Kayla's hungry.
I'm starving.
Are you hangry right now? Is that why you're threatening to punch me in the face?
Look at all the energy I've expended in the first 2 hours on yelling at people.
That's a good point.
I am definitely, needing some food.
To be honest, I'm pretty impressed. All the yelling that's happened today.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been directed at me or Kyle yet. We're doing pretty good.
I'm not going to take out my anger.
There's enough on Darren Peterson to go around.
Normally, the two of us are the ones that are responsible for...
Well, mostly you, but...
What? You just said you're the instigator. I did nothing.
I don't know what you're talking about. Roll the tape.
Roll the tape.
Also, we got cucumbers there.
Yeah.
I know, but Kyle... I love cucumbers, and Kyle is very kind. He brings veggies every day.
Kyle,
you know that's pretty much all water.
That's a fair
You
point.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
why I like him.
So I need some substance in my
I
life.
offered you my salad, and you're like, ugh, no.
I don't need rabbit food.
I've got Matt's least...
Kayla's like, I need a steak now.
I need steak ASAP.
Kayla.
I'm hungry.
I have Matt's least favorite food, sweet potatoes, here for you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Matt does not like sweet potatoes.
Go outside and bite into a freaking bush. That's sweet potatoes, bro. They suck. Just eating
a what?
You know what I mean. Both of you know what I mean.
You want to try
No,
that again?
Do not isolate that. You heard the context. I said go outside.
What? You can still do that.
Don't.
Oh, God.
Both of you stop. We need decorum.
Oh, man.
Decorum in here. Can we get some, please? Because it is a stock market, okay?
Yes.
And we're going to behave here.
Oh, yeah, the well-behaved place known as the New York Stock
The New York
Exchange.
stock market, they're always behaving. They never do anything wrong. It's always super
bring us
quiet.
out there. I want to ring the bell. Bring us out there, our show out
Why?
there.
Why is that cool?
I don't know. It seems cool.
I get to start the day. Okay, I'm going to ring the bell. Now all of you guys yell at each other and get money. Anyway, we're in the Sacramento Kings stock market.
Why is anything cool? Why do we do Groundhog? Why are any traditions cool?
Groundhog's Day, I stopped believing in a long time ago. Cool. It's 90 degrees here. Groundhog's Day simply failed.
The groundhogs are gone. They failed.
You say this, Kayla. Someone did pull the numbers on that literally, because it's a coin flip. If you literally just flipped a coin every year, you would do better than Punxsutawney Phil.
I know. So I'm like, give it up, man. But that little town is in business because of Punxsutawney Phil or whatever his name is.
About a what? What did you just say? By the way, Kyle, put the entire chat on timeout. The entire chat. You're all children.
You know
no, that's your fault.
No, they're all
you said
children.
To go outside and eat bush.
That's not what I said. You're all children. All of you stop. All of you knock it off. Get Kayla some food. We need to reset here.
Man, you're right on. We need an intern so that I can have them go and get
No,
lunch.
Kayla would abuse the hell
Yeah,
out
we do
of
have
it.
that. It's called Christopher
I
Laud.
was the best intern person ever. All of my interns.
You had an intern?
At all the TV stations I worked with. They're all in the business now and doing well.
That must be nice.
Yep, I had interns in local sports, and all of those young ladies and young men are doing very well in the business.
I was paid full time
Thank you
and
very
busted
much.
my ass to be where I was at ABC 10, and Kevin John just called me his intern.
That's true.
The hell?
I mean, but that's because you probably were.
He called me a lot of things that I can't
Oh my
say.
gosh. Quit talking about food on the chat here, okay?
Well, Kayla's hangry. I'm scared. Kyle's a child.
We do have interns here. Just go ask Chris to go get you food.
That's crazy.
No.
Christopher Laud is in. If Christopher Laud ever leaves,
Laud would.
this entire building collapses.
Yeah, he would knock my head off for sure.
Well, yes, he would do that too.
Yeah.
You know,
What do you mean? Chris, oh, you guys haven't been here yet. He'll bring us bong mi sandwiches, like, randomly when he goes
What's
to... What's that?
I don't know what that is.
Now Matt's scared.
I don't know what that is
They're
he doesn't. Okay.
Vietnamese sandwiches that are on like a roll, and they put like chicken and carrots and some really good. He brings them for us all the time when he's dropping off his nephews or niece and nephew, I think.
Okay, we're about to go on a side tangent. And
I know.
do not
Sorry,
care.
I'm just so
it's
hungry.
It's the lunch break.
Okay.
But I'm going on the side tangent. When you shop at Costco, you know all the free sample stuff.
Oh yeah, you could eat a meal from Costco.
Most of the time, like, I just take a free sample without ever considering buying the product. I'm just like, sure, I'll eat it. It's a snack while I follow my wife around and she spends way too much freaking money. I tried a sample of like a curry chicken.
Okay.
The other day, I bought like 4 packs of it.
I was gonna ask.
It was so freaking good.
Okay.
I'm having.
So you did buy into the whole Costco sampling thing.
Oh, I am like, there's this curry chicken that I am going to be making like on a nightly basis now. It's so good.
I
Anyway,
love that.
Sorry. Welcome.
Okay, we're back to lunch break.
To the Sacramento Kings stock market, ladies and gentlemen. I am your, what do they call it? Master of money?
That's
Master of
not what they call it.
I'm the Monopoly man. I have my top hat on. I am in charge.
I'm just thinking Wolf of Wall Street right now. Sorry.
Yes, I'm Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm hungry.
That's the reference you chose from that movie?
I ain't effing leaving.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we know the reference that you're talking about. It's just strange that that's the reference
The
you
radio
chose.
audience has no idea what you just did.
Oh, well, they could hear it. I was pounding on my chest.
Well, I don't know if they could hear that. I think they just heard you go, oh.
By the way,
I'm
the chat
hungry.
is making fun of you guys for not knowing what a bong mi is.
I'm sorry. I don't know, and I'm
know.
very proud to say I did not know.
But I want one. I'm hungry.
They're like $9. The best ones are by where Chris picks them up.
Come on. Anyway.
That's crazy.
Well, good. Now you're in the stock market where you can spend all your money. I am the Monopoly man. I am the master of stocks. I am king of the stock market. That is me. I'm going
now
to,
it sounds like you're in Candyland.
I don't know who I am. I don't know how stocks work. I don't know any of this world. But this is the Sacramento stock market. I made this up. This is the lunch break segment that I came up with on a Monday. Screw you guys. Go along with it.
Let's do it.
I have different Sacramento Kings stocks, different essentially statements. You have to tell me if you're buying or selling this stock. I have feelings on this as well, but I'm going to be throwing it out to the two of you. Plus, if you want to be a part of the Sacramento stock market, you can call in 916-339-1140. Feel free in the chat as well when you're stopping being children to be a part of this conversation. So stock number 1. Doug Christie is doing what he needs to do to keep his job next season. Guys, are you buying or selling that Sacramento Kings stock? Are you buying or selling stock in Doug Christie as the head coach of the Kings next year?
Yeah, I am. I'm buying stock in that. I think that this year in particular has been really hard, and we've talked to other analysts about this too. It's been hard to know exactly what Christie is doing in terms of a head coach, because there's some positives with the development of guys, but there's been questioning sometimes, lineups and things like that. And the defense right now is clearly a little bit worrisome. But again, you don't have the players necessarily What are you laughing at?
The
that
chat
are healthy.
The chat is just.
Is the chat?
I'm
just
seeing
still
it in my
going?
peripherals, and they're just.
Okay.
It's just.
Yes,
I'm
it is.
laughing now. Sorry, keep
the
going.
Chat is
It's just jokes about bong me's and Matt at Costco.
I'm so sorry. It's just I need to. You're all on timeout. I need to pay attention to my coworker.
Yes, please do. Else I'm gonna, get very mad, and you don't want to see Kayla get mad.
You're not there already?
Well, I calmed down a little bit
good.
just now.
Yeah, you pounded it all out, being Matthew McConaughey.
Yes, I did my.
Anyway.
See that you can tell I'm hitting my chest.
Yes.
Okay,
So maybe this is the
buying
Kayla
stock,
cool down.
You're buying stock in Doug
I'm
Christie.
buying stock in Doug Christie, and I think if anything, it's next year that you have to look at what he does with the draft pick and with it being the last year of his.
It's the last full guaranteed year. He
guaranteed.
has a third year, which is significantly more money from what I understand the first two, but it's essentially a team option.
Right. So I'm buying stock in that one.
Okay, so I guess I'm buying stock in the sense that there's not really smoke around him getting fired, so therefore he's doing what he needs to do to keep the job. I just don't really know what he's doing that is leading to us feeling like he's keeping the job, because it feels like most of the arguments for Doug staying as the head coach is the young guys like him, and this year was hard to evaluate him as the head coach.
I mean, that's definitely a big part of it. The reason why I'm buying stock, because it wasn't long ago where I shared that on this show that I thought how the second half of this season, air quotes second half, it's really the final 2 months of this season, how that was going to determine whether or not he was going to keep his job. And I'll be honest with you, I have concerns about, is Doug Christie the right coach for this position? And one of the things we've talked about a lot, and it will be a conversation again during the summer, is do you consider bringing in a new coach to coach whichever rookie you bring in and getting everybody on the same timeline, right? That is a valid conversation that can still be had. But Doug has managed to keep this team, for the most part, competitive. He has managed to bring out the best in Maxime Reynaud. Now, of course, we can give Russell Westbrook a lot of credit for that and the veterans a lot of credit for that, but we can't just ignore what Doug Christie has done. Maxime Reynaud has developed into something really, really special, it looks like. A steal, maybe the steal of the draft for Doug Christie. Nick Clifford has gotten more playing time, has looked better. Dylan Cardwell, since the injury, been trying to work his way back, but Dylan Cardwell played really, really well under Doug Christie. Devin Carter has gotten more opportunity, had that good moment. Killian Hayes, rocky, but I would say for the most part, with the focus of the season being about development, Doug Christie's been doing his job. I think at this point, if you're thinking about it from an optics standpoint, it's very difficult as of now for the Kings to fire Doug Christie, because I think he's, for what the hand he's been dealt and what he's been asked to do, I think for the most part he's done. I give him a lot of credit. I think he's done a really, really good job of handling it over the last couple of months, even if that means winning games that maybe I didn't want them to win. But I know what Doug's about. Doug's been the most consistent in his messaging. He's kept that locker room together, with the exception of, I know we reacted to Dennis Schroeder's comments on a German podcast, but he's gone, and I'm sure not everybody's been fully thrilled and happy the entire time. That doesn't exist. But this locker room has stayed together despite this being one of the most difficult seasons I can remember in Kings history, after last season when the locker room was very much not together. I give Doug Christie a lot of credit. I think he deserves to keep his job.
It's a hard freaking place to be in, man. I'll tell you that much. And you can say whatever you want, because it's your opinion on what you want to feel about Doug Christie moving forward. And I know some Kings fans, don't believe in him, and that's your opinion. I just think it's a really hard year to judge him fully. I mean, it's I don't think he's been given a full opportunity yet to really make a formulated opinion, because it has been so wonky.
Yeah.
And I don't even know, when he came in, just knowing that this roster was also going to be complicated for him to manage. Because half the year he managed a damn log jam that, Oregon State Beaver couldn't get out of.
And nice. And for the record, too, the injury conversation doesn't play a part in this one way or the other. No. I don't think, is it a valid excuse that he never once had his starting lineup? Yeah, sure, I guess. but I'm not using that as a reason to keep him around.
Yeah.
Nor am I using it as an excuse to talk about why this season has gone as bad as it has. It's been a comedy of errors. It's been a compilation of a ton of things. And my primary concern with this team has always primarily been with the roster construction. I didn't blame Mike Brown for that. I've been very adamant since Mike Brown was fired. That never should have ever been the case. So I can't just switch up and now make it Doug Christie's fault. So I give Doug like a tremendous amount of respect, credit. Obviously, love the dude from not just working with him for a short period of time here in Sacramento or at Sactown Sports, but growing up, watching him play and idolizing him and the rest of that 2002 team. Like, there's that side, but putting that side aside, Doug Christie, I feel, has handled the second half of this season very well, considering everything that's been put up against him. Les wants to join in on the King stock market conversation. Les, are you jumping in on the Doug Christie stock, or you have other stock you want to bring to the table?
Well, I'm talking about Doug Christie. He is doing his job, so the stock in him is positive. But we need to think about this as far as the good draft choices that we're going to get next year. And will he be able to develop those people? Because it's supposed to be a good market for the young draftees next season. He's done everything that he's been asked to do. I've been a Kings fan, even an original ticket holder, but I left it. I sold my tickets because of Joe Axelson way back when. So think about long-term stock investment.
Yeah.
Nothing personal. This is about the future of the Kings. Who's going to lead the Kings long-term from this point on?
Les is spot on. No, spot on, because that's the question is, right? Like, what is the point of bringing in a rookie and having Doug Christie coach this rookie? If you believe this rookie, it's Darius Acuff, it's AJ DeBonzo, whoever it is, you believe this rookie is your future star.
Yep.
What is the point of having him spend his first season in the league playing for a coach that you don't think is going to be your coach long term? Like, what is the point of that? You're just, like, one of the things that frustrated De'Aaron Fox so much here in Sacramento was the amount of different coaches that he played for. That's one of the reasons why he gave the Kings the ultimatum about Mike Brown, and we saw how that played out. So, to Les's point, if there are hesitations this summer, and we talked about this before, if there are hesitations this summer about Doug Christie, I just don't know if he's going to be the right guy we want Darius Acuff. I don't know if Doug Christie's going to be the right guy to maximize Darius Acuff. Well, then I think you know what decision you have to make.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that's the I don't know this for sure. Personal feelings. I don't believe that's the feeling. I think Scott Perry trusts, or at least we've gotten indications that Scott Perry trusts Doug Christie to develop this group currently and the future guys that they bring in into the 6 pillars vision that they have.
Well, think about what they're doing currently. Like, Scott Perry, by all accounts that we know, has allowed Doug to do his thing, which is not tank.
Yep.
Like,
yeah.
Doug has been the one that has said, I don't, as a player, and he don't mess with the basketball gods, and I completely get that.
Yeah, good point.
Like, I ain't tanking. And the players sure don't think that way. We know that they don't go out and that's what their mentality is. That's stupid if that is the fact that they'd play like that. Now, it's not stupid for you as a fan to want that, because we get that side of it, right? But we're different from the players and a coach. But Scott has allowed Doug to do that. And I kind of think that right there is an indicator that he believes Doug then can continue to build that culture into next year and build upon that.
Yeah, really good point by you. Zach wants to jump in on the conversation about Doug Christie. What up, Zach?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Appreciate you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
having me on. I love the show. I get the question, too, from other Kings fans. And to me, I think the Doug Christie question has been kind of answered, at least when they gave him that position. I think a lot of it's financially based, right? I mean, they just signed that Mike Brown extension right before deciding to cut him shortly after. And so Doug's contract aligns a lot closely with that. So I think they're paying off Mike Brown and then getting a cheaper deal on Doug for the time being. And I think it lines up timeline-wise. And then this season's obviously been kind of a wash, at least as far as, progress has gone. So I think they might end up doing the same thing next year. At least that's kind of what I'm feeling.
Zach, thank you so much for the call. Appreciate you always listening and calling more, my man.
Yeah, we love first-time callers.
We appreciate it. Thanks for all your support of the show. I mean, that's certainly possible. I've always looked at it more as a prove-it deal for Doug Christie than anything else, even if he's the guy that some people believe has been picked to be a head coach of the Sacramento Kings for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like there were these whispers and rumors when Luke Walton first hired Doug Christie to his staff. Okay, is Doug going to be developing to be the next head coach of the Kings? And then Mike Brown takes over, and Doug Christie's on Mike Brown's staff because the Kings asked him to take Doug Christie onto the staff. Okay, it seems like and then it's played out the way that it's played out. But even though that's the case, it's not like one, Doug Christie hasn't earned it. He's busted his butt, and two, when you do that, like you're not bidding against anybody. And Doug wants the job, so you don't have to pay a whole lot of money. Mm-hmm. So this is very much a prove-it deal for Doug Christie. And while this season hasn't gone great by any means, how he's been developing these guys in the second half of the season is, in a way, has been him proving that he's the man for the job currently, which is being the right head coach to start a rebuild. Then we can work our way up to the conversation about, is Doug Christie the right coach for you to win a playoff series or a championship with? And if we have to do the Mark Jackson, Steve Kerr thing in Sacramento, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right now, you're trying to figure out if Doug Christie's the right head coach for the start of a true rebuild and to develop not just the young guys that are currently on the roster, but the new rookies that you're going to be bringing in next season and beyond. And I think Doug is doing a good job recently showing that he can be the right guy to do that.
But then what? So then he gets a contract extension at the end of the year, and then he's seen as the long-term coach.
You allow him to build with that group. And then let's forecast this, right? You give him he develops, has a good season next season, they develop, showing signs, young guys like him. Okay, you have a core that's forming. You sign him to a 4-year deal. Mm-hmm. For next 2 years of that deal, you're building, maybe you make a playoff series, like via the play-in or something. You make a playoff series, you're a first-round playoff exit, as you should be. If we're talking like the natural progression of your developing as a team, growing as a team. The year after that, you make it to the playoffs again. Maybe you have home court advantage. You lose that year. Okay, now you're going into the final year of a coach contract, which is considered to be a lame duck year. Coaches usually, they have an extension at that point or they get fired at that point. Coaches hate coaching on a lame duck year. So now that's the time where you look at it and go, okay, can we win a playoff series? Can we win a title with Doug Christie? Is he the right coach? Or do we need to bring in Quinn Snyder's suddenly available? Okay, can we bring in Quinn Snyder or Rick Carlisle to be the guy to now take us over the hump and win us that time? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right now, is Doug Christie the right guy to develop this team?
Like what the Knicks decided with Tibbs and Mike Brown.
Very much so. Very much so. Although Tibbs had the reputation, number one, and number two, he got them all the way pretty much there and just couldn't close the deal. But it's the Mark Jackson, Steve Kerr thing.
I mean, you'd say the lame duck thing, but wouldn't next year essentially be coaching in a lame duck situation or a prove it? Is a prove it different than a lame duck?
Yeah, yes, it is, because even he still technically, his contract is for 2 more years. It's just up to the team whether or not they want to take it. Yes. So next year is a prove it year in the sense that I don't think the Kings are going to pick up the final year of that deal ever.
No, because either they're going to give him a new extension or decline it and move on. So that's
exactly what I think is going to happen. But by negotiating a 3-year deal instead of a 2-year deal with that built-in money on the back burner, it's less of a 1-and-1. Now it's a 2-and-1.
Yeah, I guess that's why I'm in the camp. I've talked about it before. I'm in the camp of whoever you're going to have as the coach, give them the long-term commitment now. And if it were up to me, probably wouldn't be Doug Christie. Just because of the timing of everything is different than when Doug first got the job, hasn't done a great job coaching the team, all the stuff like that.
Let me sneak in. I had 4 of them, but we obviously talked a lot about Doug Christie, which is great. It's the main one. That's why I wanted to get to it. But let me sneak in one more. Stock for you guys. The point guard position is the top priority for the Kings to address this summer. You buying or selling that stock? Buying or selling the point guard position?
The point guard position in terms of this doesn't have to do with the draft, right?
Well, no, it could be. You address we need to address the point guard position. We're going to do it in the the point guard position needs to be handled by the end of this year, because last year they had that approach and it obviously was not handled.
I think it does. Now, does that mean they're going to draft a point guard? No. I mean, it depends on if they're not in the mix anymore for AJ DeBonza or a Cam Boozer possibly, then I'd say maybe the solution just came to you organically. Again, I love that word. That you just then figure out your point guard situation then, and that's just happens to be the future point guard, and probably the face of your organization right now. But I do feel like it is a priority because this was the priority last year, and then they kind of bungled it up because they ended up signing Schroeder and Westbrook, and then that added to the whole guard, fiasco that we've had here, and now then they had to get out of a contract. So, I feel like it is kind of a top priority, whether you draft them or you figure out if you're bringing Westbrook back or if there's a different option.
So my thought in this, and Kyle, curious your thoughts on this before we go to break. My thought on this has always been, for years it was you need to add size, you need to have length, you need to add athleticism, and they did that by getting DeAndre Hunter, and there's a chance to really address that with a Caleb Wilson or a Cam Boozer or an AJ DeBonza in this draft. So I've always kind of leaned on, we've needed this for so long, just go out and freaking get it and figure out the point guard position later. It's been harder for this organization to address length, size, and athleticism than it's been the point guard position for years. So prioritize that.
Yep.
However, with the likely draft positioning of the Kings or potential draft positioning of the Kings, knowing what we know now about Darius Acuff and the Kings liking Darius Acuff, which I shared earlier in the show, and the fact that Schroeder's gone and Russ might not be back next year, and we know how essential the point guard position was to Doug and Scott last summer, I think it's a fair question if they were to prioritize one over the other, do they go point guard rather than... The correct answer is they want to address both, but which one's more of the bigger priority in your eyes? That's essentially what I'm getting at. So, we'll save some of these other Kings stock. We'll just have to open the stock market again later in the week.
Yes,
we have more Kings stocks.
It's open all week
to get to, but we're taking a break.
Well, technically, the stock market opens and closes.
Well, it is closed for right now. No more buying and selling or however the hell it works. We'll take the break. When we come back, we're switching gears to football. The Trent Williams contract standoff with the 49ers continues. I thought all the silence last week was a good thing. Well, Jason LaCanfora shared an update that's not super encouraging, and Kyle Shanahan kind of spoke on the Trent Williams situation, but in a very Kyle Shanahan way. We'll share with you what both of those gentlemen said before Kayla's 2-minute drill. It's football time here on the Matt Kayla Show, Sactown Sports.
The spring sale is in bloom at Scandinavian Designs. For a limited time, enjoy huge savings on select modern furniture and decor, including pieces for your living room, bedroom, dining room, and beyond. This is your chance to refresh a favorite space or dream up an entirely new look. Stop by one of our local showrooms or shop online at ScandinavianDesigns.com. Scandinavian Designs. We make it simple. You make it home.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
When life calls for a little extra, a kitchen upgrade, paying off debt, or that dream vacation, Valley Strong Credit Union is here to help. With a Valley Strong home equity loan, you can tap into your home's value with competitive rates, flexible terms, and local guidance you can trust. Get approved in as little as 5 minutes, with funding in as few as 5 days. Your goals are within reach. Visit valleystrong.com to get your offer today. Valley Strong Credit Union. Grow your possibilities. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 456506.
A's fans, the 2026 season is coming fast, and single game tickets are on sale now. Be there for an exciting season packed with theme days, giveaways, and firework nights, including bobbleheads, jerseys, hats, and much more. And getting in is easier than ever. Tickets start at just $8 for select April and May games. From opening day to unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone at the ballpark. Get your tickets today at athletics.com/tickets and be part of the excitement this 2026 season.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert, John Party, Chris Young, Turnpike Troubadours, Dylan Scott, and more. Line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park, May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with the California Highway Patrol, Fox Family Heating and Air, and Tacovas. More info at CITPFest.com.
Tune in every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the Toyota Tahoe Report with Johnny Mosley and me, Elena, bringing you the latest weather conditions up at Tahoe. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
Kyle, I'm an idiot. I forgot to do the giveaway, so I'm going to do it now. Sactown Sports is giving you the chance all week to win a pair of tickets to watch the Sacramento Kings take on the New Orleans Pelicans on April 3rd. You listen for a code word every single day at 8 a.m., noon, unless I'm doing it and I'm a dork. In this case, 12:32. And 4 p.m. every day. You can text it to 916-339-1140 for your chance to win. The word for today is Kings. Yeah, pretty simple there. Text Kings, Kings, to 916-339-1140 for your chance to win tickets to see the Kings take on the New Orleans Pelicans on April 3rd. But enough basketball, Kayla. It's football talk time. Trent Williams is continuing his contract standoff with the San Francisco 49ers. And I don't know if things are happening necessarily. In fact, Jason Lockenfora says that quite literally, things aren't happening. It's the opposite. He says, quote, they, meaning the Niners and Trent, aren't anywhere close to a deal yet. And I don't think anything happens unless the 49ers make a big move. Williams doesn't have much motivation to play for anything less than the $33 million in cash he is set to earn in 2026. And the 49ers clearly aren't comfortable with that, hence the renegotiation talks. Williams is acutely aware there's a robust market for his services as a free agent or through trade.
Okay.
So what do you make of that?
So this is really interesting. So I just had this pop up on my timeline. So Larry Krueger over at KMBR, radio host over there, had just kind of made some notes on this situation. And he said that he does not think Trent Williams' status will be 100% clarified during the draft. He says, I don't believe that, because Mike Florio has also chimed in on this. It's kind of saying that they're stalling. The Niners are essentially stalling out until like the market is essentially dry on Trent Williams. And he was saying that he doesn't believe that. He believes that they truly want him back, that they want Trent to be a part of the team.
Yeah, of course they do.
Right.
But they just don't want to pay him as much as they've agreed to pay him.
Exactly. And so I think this is something like how long this goes on for, I don't know. But like this is something definitely the Niners have done with with stars in the past. Now, how the stars then react to it and how their camps react to it, that's kind of also gone different ways. Most of the time, like a Kittle situation or something like that, or Trent in the past, they come together and figure it out. But it's like, who is going to end up not playing hardball in the end?
I understand. I find myself kind of on Team Trent here.
Yeah.
I understand the business side of it from the Niners. I get what they're trying to do. I even get the smarts behind it, the reasoning behind it. For a guy that's been one of your guys as long as Trent Williams has been, and a guy that is essential to a very weak part of your team in the offensive line in general, I think the Niners are picking kind of a weird hill to die on here. And I understand, again, I understand the tactics of, hey, wait it out, the market dries up, and now you have a little more leverage. I get that. But at what point do you do right by the dude that's given so much for you? Now, you've paid him very, very well, and I know he's 37 years old. But I don't think I'm with the Niners on this. I think I'm Team Trent Williams in this.
Yeah, it's interesting in terms of just like Trent's camp, and I know, they've renegotiated things in the past, and you would think that being 37 years old and being in this league as a tackle, like there's been times that he's been a little banged up, but he's kind of got the leverage in terms of recency bias because he's coming off of a really good season where without him, you could argue like McCaffrey wouldn't be able to have done anything. And McCaffrey was able to do stuff, again, because of the line. And it's one of those things that if they didn't have McCaffrey last season, who the hell would have been doing anything for them?
That team would have been
because he was their top wide receiver.
Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about because they really didn't even run the ball great last year because they had to utilize him in different ways. So it's one of those, it's like a trickle-down effect, and it always starts with the line. And so it's like, in a way, I think Trent has a little more leverage, even though you would think in a weird way he wouldn't because of his age.
Yeah.
And what's like left in the tank.
Yeah, I don't think this is disrespectful necessarily by the 49ers because this is common practice throughout a bunch of different organizations, right? This is just the business. And
yeah.
And I think Trent understands this. The Niners understand this. Trent's agent understands this. I'm just of the belief that you're very much in this position of, with bringing in Mike Evans, with hoping to get Fred Warner back the way Fred Warner has always been, and Nick Bosa back the way Nick Bosa has always been, and George Kittle eventually back from his injury and back to being George Kittle. You're very much in this position of one more time. Let's go for it one more time. So why wouldn't you just have that same approach with Trent Williams? I just think this is a weird battle to fight.
I'm with you on it. Everything else it's screaming like bring back the core, bring back the band, whatever you want to say, bring back the boys. Except for Trent Williams, who is arguably one of the most important pieces that is a glue that holds much of the offenses, especially together.
Brock Purdy was banged up so much next season. He's the guy to protect him. Christian McCaffrey, knock on wood, is coming off a phenomenally healthy season, but we know Christian McCaffrey's injury history. Again, the best guy that you could go out and get to protect both of those guys is Trent Williams. This is just a silly fight. I do think it's going to end up with Trent Williams being back and playing for the Niners and everything will be fine. This feels like just an unnecessary battle.
Yeah.
An unnecessary battle.
And unfortunately, the Niners are kind of, in a way, known for this.
Yeah.
I mean, in a weird way, and I don't want to put it like completely on them. Like, players are going to do what they want to do, right, for their sake. Because, again, Trent knows he's kind of like on the last part of his career. Like, he wants to get the most money out of it that he feels he should be getting.
And he's still really, really, like, even I know he's 37 years old, but his production, as you mentioned, is still really high. So pay him based off his production, which is he's still a damn good offensive lineman.
Yeah, and again, I say this so many times, just me learning about the offensive line at a whole different level in Nashville when I worked with a former offensive lineman is like, they do not grow on trees, left tackles. They do not grow on trees. So if you have one in-house that you know and is familiar and your guys love and is able to do its job, it's hard just to see him go.
Kyle Shanahan weighed in on this too in classic Kyle Shanahan fashion. This is via Jennifer Lee Chan. No updates from me. I actually stay pretty much out of that. I know John Lynch and everyone is working hard to do that.
Yeah.
I believe we will get that done. We love Trent too much, and eventually that will work out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he has the same approach that I do. This will work itself out. It'll be fine. Why are we doing this?
Remember Trent just about a month ago? Remember that whole podcast that he just spoke so glowingly of Shanahan?
Right.
I mean, he pretty much was like selling players to come here.
I wholeheartedly believe like Kyle Shanahan is 100% authentic with what he said there.
Yeah.
I'm not even a 49ers fan, and I have this contract drama fatigue from every freaking offseason. Again, why would you do this to yourself? It's exhausting. Just get it done. Get it done, figure it out, move on.
You sure had a lot of momentum in terms of a lot of people liked your free agency draft. While I was a little questionable on some moves, a lot of people tend to think that they put themselves right back in the running. Well, that would change a little bit if you don't have a left tackle.
It'll get done. Something will get done. I just think it's a silly battle to fight for the Niners. We'll take a break. When we come back, more football on the way. Kayla Anderson takes us around the National Football League and Kayla's 2-minute drill. It's coming up next on Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Contractors, remodelers, you now have a great supplier to assist you with your next project. Anova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento. They are Northern California's best kitchen and bathroom remodeling supply store. Anova has the latest cabinet styles, a great selection of countertops, flooring, bathroom fixtures, and more. Visit their website, InovaCabinetStone.com. Take advantage of their grand opening special, a $750 in-store credit. Stop by today, Anova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kip Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kip Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
Carmichael Dave letting you know it's no secret the world feels unpredictable lately. One thing will never change, Hoblet's mission to drop high prices. Right now, and only at Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland, you can get 4.99% financing for up to 84 months on all new vehicles in stock and keep every factory rebate that you qualify for when you finance with Hoblet's preferred lender. That's 4.99% financing. You keep all the factory rebates you qualify for, not one or the other like other dealers are offering. Only Hoblet has fought to get you a deal this good. Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period. 4.99% APR available on select new vehicles in stock while supplies last. Pricing and savings may vary by model and trim. Financing on approved credit through Hoblet Preferred Lending for well-qualified buyers. $60,000 max finance, approximately $14.14 per thousand financed. Residency restrictions and lender membership requirements may apply. See dealer for details.
Sacramento! Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2. It's time for the 2-minute drill. Kayla Anderson has the ball, and she's taking us around the world of football. It's Kayla's 2-minute drill on Matt and Kayla.
All right, what do you say we go around the National Football League? Yeah, it's the offseason. As if there is such a thing in the NFL.
Right?
The draft is creeping up upon us, and right now it's time for Kayla's 2-minute drill.
That is right. It is time for the 2-minute drill. Before I get into the nuts and bolts, I do want to say they have officially put out the contract for Kyle's team, the Kansas City Chiefs. Tight end Travis Kelce. So you remember he did re-sign there, and he has a 1-year deal structured at about $12 million. with about $3 million in incentives with additional years included for cap purposes. So, of course, he's kind of at this point taking it year by year, but not a lot of money spent for a guy who will probably retire there. And, hey, I'm sure thinks that there's one more run left in the Kansas City Chiefs.
I like it.
Yeah.
I dig it. I know, Kyle, you've kind of been like, it's time, hang it up, but I dig it.
Travis, it's enough, okay? I saw
That's enough.
I saw he was
Travis.
interviewing Ryan Gosling. That's the one. I saw he was interviewing Ryan Gosling on his pod this week. I'm like, Travis, just keep doing that, man.
Side hustle, baby.
Right? They've got to be making mad bucks.
Honestly, football might be a side hustle at this point.
Oh, we can Google how much they probably get.
Yeah, you do that while I go on to my next one.
Jason Kelsey's in damn near every commercial on TV now, and I love Jason, so I'm all for it.
They've got to be making money on the side just doing those things.
And he's marrying up in that sense, too.
Yeah, a billionaire. So.
Yeah, Taylor Swift might be doing some good things.
$100 million deal over 3 years.
Holy smokes. That'd be nice as side cash.
Oh, yeah.
I could use that.
Yeah, with Wondery, which I think is the Amazon podcast network. They signed a $100 million deal for 3 years.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Not bad.
So football is his side hustle. $33 million for the pod, $12 million for playing for the Chiefs.
Sign me up. All right, Seahawks. Lock up a shiny toy. That is right. Jackson Smith-Njigba, the reigning NFL Offensive Player of the Year, has reached an agreement. This came down early this morning. He's reached that agreement with the Seahawks on a new 4-year, $168.6 million contract extension. This guy makes him the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history. Caps off to you, young JSN. You are everything that you are getting paid to be. You helped your team to a Super Bowl. You're just as good of a man off the field as you are on the field. Kids look up to you. You deserve every single penny. And by the way, the Seahawks are very smart for getting this deal done. He has reset the wide receiver market, and they get it done before it's going to keep going up. Because every year, the money's going to keep on coming in with these TV deals. So they just got him. While it seems like a crazy deal right now, y'all, it ain't. They're very smart at locking him up now.
No, the Seattle Seahawks did absolutely the right thing here. Well done by them. It was an absolute no-brainer in my mind. He was the best receiver in football. It was not close. He won you a Super Bowl. You're at the pinnacle of what you could possibly do in your career and did the most you could do last season. Absolute right decision. Absolute right move. He deserves, like you said, every single penny of that contract. And now, I love the dude. I don't envy him trying to follow up what he did, though.
It's hard, right?
He's gonna be target number one on every single scouting report now for the rest of time. It feels like so. JSN 100% deserves that money. Now go out there and keep wowing us.
Yep, exactly.
So every time JSN comes up, I feel obligated to tell my Jackson Smith-Njigba story, which is I've been to not that many cool sporting events, but my brother, he went to college at UCLA. So his freshman year, we went to the Rose Bowl, the actual Rose Bowl game. Wasn't a playoff game or anything. It was just, normal Rose Bowl. It was Ohio State versus Utah.
Yep.
And that year, Ohio State had Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson.
Yep.
Yes. They were their starting receivers that year. Both of them sat out the bowl game. And so we were like, oh, damn, not going to get to see them. So instead, you got freshman Jackson Smith-Njigba and freshman Marvin Harrison Jr. as their replacements. And in that game, Jackson Smith-Njigba had 15 catches, 347 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
That is the aura of Ohio State, and it's specifically what's going to be interesting is Brian Hartline, who was the receivers coach for a long time there. He's no longer there. It's going to be interesting how they pick up and leave off there, but it's really always been a thing. When I was there, the depth was so intense that Terry McLaurin was 4th on the depth chart, and we all know what Terry McLaurin has now grown to be. And so it's just that is wide receiver you over there. It's incredible. They just churn out wide receivers, and that's a perfect example.
It's I couldn't believe he went 20th in the draft. It's that dude's going to be a star. I saw him go for 350 yards as a freshman in a bowl game.
That's what they do. All right, moving on. Draft days. If you guys forgot, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the city of Pittsburgh in particular, are hosting the NFL draft this upcoming April. And so from April 22nd to the 24th, Pittsburgh schools are going to operate remotely because they are actually just saying, hey, we've got so much that we're doing. We're going to put so much into this draft. They're anticipating over 700,000 visitors that they just want to give the students their assignments. They can do it from home, or they can go to the draft and get it done beforehand.
Yeah, traffic's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, they're like, we're just going to make sure that we got all that situated so that we can just focus on the draft and making it as cool as we want to make it. I'm interested to see what it's going to look like. I'm a big NFL draft person. I love seeing how the city shows up. I covered the 2019 draft in Nashville, Tennessee, which was insanity and broke records at the time until Detroit broke the record recently. But it's also just so cool to just see how the cities come out and support the drafts.
I love this.
Yeah.
I love this. It's not like they're canceling the school days. You still have work to do. You can do it from home, obviously. It's not the exact same as when there's COVID and we were forced to figure out how to do all this stuff online. But I'm sure it being pre-planned and them being able to handle this for a couple days, I love the idea. It's a really big deal for the city, and it's not like these kids are not just as aware of it as their parents are and everything like that. So I love this. Well done by the Pittsburgh school system.
They're probably also like closing the streets.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a snow day. Why is it any different from having a snow day?
And their downtown is pretty compact. It's a really cool downtown. It's right by the river. So everything's going to be right there. So I'm curious I think the background will be the stadium. So that's going to be really cool to like see how that all looks.
What are the dates of the NFL draft?
April 22nd through the 24th are the days.
I'm looking up the Pittsburgh Pirates schedule. If the
Oh.
Pirates are at home.
No, there's no way.
If the Pirates are at home
That would
during
be
that
great
time.
though for an excuse to go see the park, right?
So I'm sorry. One more time the dates were April
22nd through the 24th.
22nd through the 24th.
Yep.
The Pirates
They're
are on
out
the road.
of town?
They're
Okay.
on the road.
That would be insanity, wouldn't
That
it?
would have been nuts.
Yeah, that would have been insane.
Yeah. All right, Joe Eyes Gold. We're talking about quarterback Joe Burrow here. So him and other NFL players and former NFL players were in LA this past weekend to play in the Fanatics Flag Football Classic.
There's a lot about this on my timeline.
It's crazy. There were a ton of stars out.
Also, can it be a classic if it's the first one?
Sure, it's classic.
Yeah. Whatever they want to call
everything.
it. Right?
You got to call it classic if you ever want it to actually be classic.
stick around.
The
Start with
sanctity of the
classic.
Fanatics Football
To
Classic
stick
can't be.
around. They're trying to get people excited
Don't
for
you
the
dare disrespect
2028 Olympics because this is going to be a sport in the Olympics. So Joe Burrow was asked about this, and he pretty much lit up saying he's always thought about, like, he didn't know what sport it would be in, but would love to have the opportunity to win gold at the Olympics and represent his country.
Sure.
So he would clearly want to do this, although it's not been solidified of who's playing yet. It seems like Joe Burrow would definitely want to be one of those guys playing in the Olympics that's coming up. By the way, Tom Brady was also playing this weekend at this thing.
Talking crap to Logan Paul.
Yeah, but he hasn't
Boy, that makes
lost
me
it.
hate this even more.
He hasn't lost it, man. Tom Brady, it's Tom football. It's flag football regardless, but like the man can still spin a ball.
Turns out he can still throw a football. Who
Yeah.
knew?
And speaking of that, OBJ, Odell Beckham
Yeah,
Jr.,
he was cooking too.
He was cooking. He is saying he might have a possible NFL return in him, but
All right,
I'd
relax.
say at 33 years old, he has not played since 2024, where he played in Miami. He played 9 games, had just 55 yards, 0 TDs. The year before that, 2023, 14 games, 565 yards when playing for Baltimore. 2022, he just didn't even play.
Yeah.
Did not sign. He has not
Well,
really...
that's because he tore his ACL in
Right.
the Super Bowl.
He had not played, though, and put up numbers really since, like, 2020.
Yeah.
Like, he's been kind of, in a way, washed for a minute.
I think like a flag football type setting is perfect for him though, because he's always been this flashy player, and it
Sure.
opens up the freedom for you to do those flashy
He'll play in the
one-handed
Olympics.
catches and stuff like. I think Odell Beckham Jr. will forever be a name and a figure that is associated with flash and flair. The same way we talk about Allen Iverson or Jason Williams, right? And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way at all, because Odell Beckham Jr. was an unbelievable wide receiver in his prime, just like Allen Iverson was an incredible point guard in his prime. But you talk about it dribbling like AI or passing like Jason Williams. It's catching a football like Odell Beckham Jr. So I think like a flag
grab.
Yep, the flag football setting is perfect for him.
Yeah,
but he ain't going to make the U.S. Olympic team.
Maybe not.
Yeah, well, maybe he could be a reserve, but NFL comeback, man. It just sometimes it's like, guys,
You're
like
good,
it's okay to say like I don't have it anymore.
Hang it up.
It's okay.
Hang it up.
And that's your 2-minute drill.
That is Kayla's 2-minute drill. We'll take the break. When we come back to start the final hour of the show, guys, it's going to happen. The NBA is going to expand to Seattle and Las Vegas. It's only a matter of time. And when that happens, there will be an expansion draft. Well, CBS Sports did an early expansion mock draft to kind of give us an idea of what that would look like and what kind of teams Seattle and Las Vegas would be able to put together. And who did they say, or does SpotTrack's models say the Kings should protect versus shouldn't protect? We'll discuss all of that to start the final hour of the show. Plus, we're debuting a brand new baseball game that the show is going to play that's going to happen all baseball season long. Unless it sucks. I came up with it. Hopefully it's good. We'll take the break. When we come back, that's coming. It's Matt and Kayla on Sactown Sports.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Spring is here, and there's really nothing better than hitting the open road in a new Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings, plus get top dollar for your trade. And while life's roads are often filled with bumps, buying from Stockton Honda couldn't be smoother. Wherever the road you travel might lead, Stockton Honda is happy to get you there. Come in today or go to StocktonHonda.com.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
If you're serious about your golf game, then you need to know about Total Game Fitting at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Whether it's the TrackMan-powered player performance studio for your best fit clubs, or the cutting-edge technology putter fitting studio, or the free Ballnamic ball fitter and 3D foot scanner, the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop offers you total game fitting from head to toe with equipment and apparel. Find your advantage at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop with the latest offering of new golf products in Northern California. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway.
Drew Brees here. Whether you're on the field or on the road, having the right team on your side makes all the difference. I learned that the hard way. On the field, you don't go anywhere without a solid O-line. And when your car breaks down, you want that same kind of protection. That's why I trust CarShield. Their protection plans help you tackle expensive repairs so that you're not blindsided.
Visit carshield.com now and join the team that's helped millions of drivers save. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140. George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
Coming up at 1:30 before our daily crosstalk with Whitey Gleason and Alan Styles is back today, right? The birthday boy, is he back today?
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Good for him.
Weekend.
Glad he had his little birthday weekend or whatever. Back to work. Poor guy. No, I'm just kidding. We're happy to see Alan Styles. He'll be back with us here for Crosstalk. But before that, we're going to debut a brand new show baseball game that we are going to be playing all baseball season long. And I just ordered the custom trophy that we are going to have as part of it. Yep.
You got a trophy?
Well, come on. We got to go big. Matt Kayla Show. We got to go big here. It's probably not going to be that big.
Production value.
I know. Ooh. We'll explain that all. It's our baseball mini seasons, weekly mini seasons that we're going to play every single week throughout this summertime baseball season. So I'll tell you more about that coming up in the next segment. CBS Sports had some fun doing a mock NBA expansion draft. As if it took place this summer. Now, an expansion draft, assuming that it's all approved and everything's happening, which it's going to happen, an expansion draft likely won't take place until 2028. So, this is not how, this is an example. This is to give you an idea of what that 2028 offseason may look like, but also kind of give you an idea of what, teams could look like and protected players and things of that nature. I found this fascinating. I enjoyed following it along. They put together their full round by round each draft pick and explanation, and they based everything off of Spot Track, who's a wonderful source that we use a lot for contract details and salary cap stuff and things of that nature. They have apparently I just discovered this. They have an NBA expansion draft tab or page, and it is their model of players that if the expansion draft were to happen today, which players would be protected and which players wouldn't be protected. So they based it completely off of that. If Spot Track said the Kings protected these 8 guys, then that's what they went with. So those 8 guys weren't available. So I wanted to ask, as a show, before we see who Spot Track said was and wasn't available, or who was protected and who wasn't. As a show, with the Kings roster the way it is right now, who would be the 8 guys that we would protect? Now, certain players are ineligible. Yeah. Free agents are ineligible. So Russell Westbrook, Precious Achiuwa, Doug McDermott, Drew Eubanks. You cannot protect these guys because they're technically free agents. They would not be available to be drafted. They would be negotiated based off of So the Kings can't protect future free agents. So that's a good chunk of their roster that they can't protect. So there's 8 guys that we would protect if we were running the Sacramento Kings right now.
But the game is also fun because it's if they take that player, they take that contract. So there's some contracts that the Kings want an expansion team to take.
Correct.
That's interesting.
Correct. So you have to protect 8 guys. So start rattling them off.
Maxime Reynaud.
Protected.
Nick Clifford.
Protected.
Dylan Cardwell.
Protected.
Let's go with
Domantas Sabonis, probably.
Protected.
Yeah.
Keegan Murray.
Protected.
Ooh.
We need 3 more.
Malik Monk, then?
Protected.
Okay.
Although I don't know if they would do it.
Oh gosh, are they going to put Zach LaVine on there?
Well, so I'm telling you.
Yeah, this is who we want.
It's who we want, and I'm telling you if Spot Track agrees or not.
Okay, because I'm I would not put Zach LaVine on there.
Well, there's only a few more choices left, right?
Correct.
So who do we even pick from?
So there's DeAndre Hunter, there's DeMar DeRozan, there's Zach LaVine, there's Devin Carter, and there's Killian Hayes.
Killian?
So you would protect Killian?
No, let's go with Hunter.
Yeah,
DeAndre Hunter, protected.
Yeah.
So we get
7.
one more?
We get 1 more out of DeMar, LaVine, Devin Carter, and Killian Hayes.
I think I would go Devin Carter, but I think their model is going to go DeMar DeRozan.
It's either DeMar or Killian.
The model protected DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah.
So, again, Westbrook, McDermott, Eubanks, Achiuwa, all ineligible to be protected because they're free agents.
Yeah.
LaVine, Carter, Hayes.
Okay.
Spot Track says would not be protected in this model. So,
because the Hayes one is weird because he's a non-guaranteed.
He's non-guaranteed.
Yeah, I get that.
It's even if he were to be valuable, it's the Kings could just cut him out of training camp, or the team that picks him up could cut him out of camp.
In my mind, DeRozan being the last one
That's
out of that
hard
group
too, though.
is because his contract's only partially guaranteed, and you know what value he has. Like Zach LaVine not being protected makes perfect sense because,
'cause of the
hey, go ahead and
contract.
draft him.
Sure.
But the question is, now that we know this, and every other team has done this via Spotrac's model, would an expansion team draft Zach LaVine knowing that they'd have to take his contract for the next year, right? So let's see if CBS Sports included Zach LaVine in their draft. Now remember, if either of these two expansion teams don't draft Zach LaVine, then he just stays a King, right? Just because you don't protect him doesn't mean they're gone.
I guess the other detail too is that so there's two teams each make 15 picks, so you're picking from every team. One player from every team is getting picked, right?
Not necessarily. You could draft in theory, unless I'm misunderstanding the rules. You could draft multiple unprotected players from the same roster if you liked
okay.
it. I believe. I could be wrong on that, but I believe. I could hand up, could be dead wrong, but I've never understood it to be that way. So the way this works is because there was a 2-team expansion years ago. It was Memphis and somebody else, I don't remember, or Vancouver or whatever it was. Toronto, thank you. They do a coin flip, and whoever wins the coin flip essentially gets the first pick. Well, in this case, it was Seattle that got the first pick.
Okay.
So with the first pick in the expansion draft, they call them the Seattle Seahawks and the Seattle Supersonics and the Las Vegas Villains, which I kind of like Las
Vegas Villains,
I like that. I'm a fan of that. So I'm going to just share with you who the first picks were for each of these guys, and then we'll just roll through the entire list of names that, in theory, would be available in this expansion draft according to Spotrac. So the Supersonics had the first pick, and with the first pick, they took Lou Dort. So Lou Dort was the first pick for Seattle in the expansion draft, and the Villains, Las Vegas, their first pick was from Memphis Grizzlies, Ty Jerome.
Okay.
Second round, Sonics, Wendell Carter Jr. from Orlando. That's a good pick. From the Villains, Tyler Hero, Miami. Again, interesting that Tyler Hero would not be one of the guys, according to Spotrac's model, that was protected in Miami. How about this? Third round, Zion Williamson, picked by the Sonics.
So Pelicans not protecting what was there.
Because of his contract, Spotrac claims, now Spotrac could be way off here. I would personally protect Zion if I were the Pelicans, but Spotrac claims that the Pelicans would not be one of the 8 guys that they would protect. So
honestly, that'd be perfect for Zion.
The Sonics go Zion, and then the Villains get Julian Champagnie out of San Antonio with the Spurs. So we don't have to go through this entire draft. Basically, let me read for you some of the other big names on these different teams that would be selected in this scenario. Las Vegas gets Benedict Mathurin, Jonathan Kuminga,
there we go,
Dorian Finney-Smith, Sidi Sissoko, Royce O'Neal, Cam Whitmore, Jaden Ivey, and Bronny James. That's not their full roster. That's just notable names.
Okay.
Bronny James getting drafted to Las Vegas. That'd be hilarious. Seattle, in addition to, like I said, Lou Dort, Wendell Carter Jr., and Zion, Jordan Walsh, Micah Potter, Sacramento Kings guard Devin Carter, drafted by Seattle, Day'Ron Sharpe, Spencer Jones, Klay Thompson, old man Klay is going to Seattle, Cody Williams, Cam Payne, and Ousmane Dieng. Ousmane, thank you. Ousmane Dieng. I never remember how to... Dieng is technically how you pronounce it, I'm pretty sure. I always mispronounce his name. So those are the notable names on each side here. Thought that was interesting. And I think it speaks to one of the reasons why the NBA is expanding is because there's a ton of talent. There's a ton of talent. There's a ton of talent that doesn't even make it into the league or is fringe talent who just is forced to sit on a bench. Like we saw Doug McDermott the other night. I don't think Doug McDermott is a washed bench player at this point who never gets any playing time. He's a damn good shooter still. And he cooked for the Sacramento Kings a little bit yesterday against the Brooklyn Nets. Now, he was not in this expansion draft, but you can tell me you add 2 more teams to the mix and guys like Doug McDermott are actually getting rotational minutes instead of just sitting at the end of a bench on a bad team in Sacramento. Like, that's important. But I think this illustrates that there's a lot of talent out there on each roster that teams won't be able to protect. And I think this is going to be different from a Charlotte Bobcats situation. Charlotte Bobcats, they were terrible for a long time after their expansion. Like one of their biggest pieces they got was Gerald Wallace from the Sacramento Kings,
who became an all-star.
Who did become an all-star.
I think it was the only all-star that was picked in any expansion draft in like the last 15 years.
You could be right. I don't know specifically. But I think this is a good representation or a good example of now is the right time to expand for the NBA, not just financially, but I think both of these expansion teams are going to actually end up having fairly good rosters.
Yeah, I think that was, though, the biggest question that people have been putting out there is do they truly have enough talent in the league to support two more teams, or will it feel watered down? Why I'm confident to say that I don't think it will feel watered down is, A, you're kind of giving examples of names here and everything and how it could work. And again, this isn't the full roster that you read off everything.
Sure.
But these are two, I truly feel like, as much as I'm not a lover of Vegas, getting every sport just because it's Vegas now.
Yep.
I do truly feel like the way that they supported the Golden Knights and how they were able to have success from the get-go in Vegas with that organization and just kept building upon it. And they've proved to everybody that they are worthy of being an NHL team and that their fan base is there to support it. So you know that the Supersonics have that. You know Seattle fans are just salivating to get their team back. And I believe Vegas is going to be the same way with an NBA team. That's part of making sure that you're able to build from the bottom up with these teams. Like, talent's part of it, but you also have this. You have to have the stable fan base and backing in cities to be able to do it too. And that's why I feel like with both of those cities, it's going to be in good hands.
Yeah. I'm excited to have the Seattle Supersonics back, man. That brand is so...
It brings such a brand back to the NBA.
And I know, of course, that's closer to home for you in Washington, but that brand is historic.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I think the NBA does have to be careful with, the expansion draft, they do have to play by the rules and everything like that. And it's hard to expect expansion teams to be good right away or in the first couple of years, right? You don't just give them the number 1 and number 2 overall picks. But I do think the NBA has to make sure they protect those brands in the sense that, like, the Charlotte Bobcats, until they rebranded the Charlotte Hornets, the Charlotte Bobcats were a joke, right?
Yeah.
The Charlotte Bobcats were terrible for so long. Like, that logo is just associated with bad and losing and blech.
Such a weird city too. Still, like, I know that they're a brand now, but like Charlotte's a weird city. Like, it's not very big. It's like in the South, but it's not like sports, live and die by sports. Like, it's a very interesting city.
Have you've been? I assume you've been there a lot.
Been plenty. Yeah, it's a weird. I don't think of it as a sports city. If you know what I mean.
Well, what do you mean? They've got the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the whole...
And the Carolina Hurricanes, which are also not in Charlotte.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're in Raleigh?
Those are in Raleigh. It's a very interesting city. Anyway.
Never been there.
It's a nice city.
I'd love to go.
Yeah, nice city.
Weren't they trying to get an MLB expansion team, but they're probably not going to?
Yep, they sure were.
The point is, though, like, I don't think the NBA wants the Seattle Sonics to return and be bad for 6 years.
Well, no.
They don't want the Las Vegas... with how good the Aces were immediately and how good the Golden Knights were immediately. The Las Vegas Villains, if that's what they're called. The Las Vegas Villains.
So funny.
It's a great name. If the Las Vegas Villains are a thing, but they suck for 8 years or suck for 4 years or more just to establish themselves. Like, to some extent, you have to grow and you have to build something. And I'm not saying you have to have the type of year that, like, the Golden State Valkyries just had with the WNBA, like expansion draft and a team that exploded onto the scene, and that was a great story. That was awesome. I'm not saying you have to have that necessarily, but I don't believe the NBA wants these two new programs to just be bad at the bottom of the Western Conference right away. So the expansion draft is going to be very interesting. Very intriguing. And I did find it, again, this is CBS, this is two CBS writers, sports writers.
That put this together.
Let me... Sam Quinn and...
friend of the station.
Someone else. Let's see. Sam Quinn and John Gonzalez are the ones that did this. So this is their opinion. But I thought it was interesting, in their opinion, if Zach LaVine was available to be drafted, one of the most talented players in the pool available, but because of that contract, even if it's just a one-year deal, because of that contract, neither team would take that. I thought that was interesting.
It just goes to show, like, how much of a conundrum the Kings are in with those contracts. And that's a big part of why. And again, not Zach LaVine's fault. Like, he didn't sign himself here. Like he got the money, right?
I feel like if DeMar were unprotected, I feel like DeMar would get drafted.
I do too. I'd want him for that reason alone, right there, Matt, is I would want a guy like him just to set the, like, this is what we want to be.
Just to sell some damn tickets, too.
And to sell some tickets, absolutely.
1 year contract?
What? Yeah, like 1 year whatever.
The new face of your franchise. Think of the photos.
Exactly.
Think of the photos.
Him and Zion together?
Ugh. I don't think I disagree with Spot Track. I don't think the former number 1 overall freaking pick. There's no way he'd be unprotected.
Bonkers.
There's no way, right?
But again, they're kind of like he's kind of worn out his welcome in New Orleans in a way. Like, he's been healthier this season, but it's like, but what do we expect out of Zion? Like, he's never been able to stay on the court for that long.
Real quick, let's do the exercise. I've got the Pelicans up right now. So Trey Murphy,
yes, of course,
protecting Herb Jones,
of course.
Derek Queen.
Yep.
Jeremiah Fears.
Yep.
Jordan Hawkins.
Yep.
Yves Missi.
Not over Zion.
Okay, so Sadiq Bey.
No. Sadiq Bey is a perfect expansion draft talent.
Yeah. Jordan Poole, DeJounte Murray.
I'd put those as more like fringe spots than I would Zion.
All right, then, yeah, I guess.
Jordan Poole is a perfect expansion draft player.
But that just goes to
well, yeah, because he plays for bad teams.
They think that, I feel like at least the guys that have done the CBS article, I think they kind of feel like what we've all kind of brought up the past year or so is like, is Zion really their future in New Orleans? I don't know. Like, I feel like in a way they've given up on him, but they're just kind of he's there right now.
If you're doing this, then you feel like you can't get squat for him in any sort of trade. Like, his trade market is so bad that you're just like, we'll just let an expansion team take him from us for free.
That's true.
Which would be pretty crazy considering all
What's
the hype around him.
What's his contract again?
It's got like 3 years, 40-something million a year. Okay. But if he misses, it like only becomes guaranteed if he plays 41 games or something like that.
Oh God,
that's a big if.
Yeah, I just was gonna say. Well,
he hit it this year. I know that, but there's some caveat where it's non-guaranteed unless he plays like half the games.
He's got 2 more years left on the deal. $42.1 million next year. $44.8 million the following year. Zion Williamson is paid a decent chunk less than both Domantas Sabonis and Zach LaVine.
Nice. And if he doesn't play like Domantas Sabonis, they can just void the contract.
Interesting.
Well, hey, what are you going to do?
Zion
would be a perfect expansion draft candidate, though.
He would.
He would be.
He would. I mean,
think of the pictures in Seattle, the Seahawks and Zion's, Supersonics. Not football, Matt, you dork. Supersonics with Zion as their poster boy to start the franchise over again.
But you know what would be the ultimate cherry on top, full circle moment?
Durant.
Of course.
No way in hell.
Bring our guy.
No way in hell. It would be cool.
We drafted. That the Supersonics drafted. Not the Plunder.
Scott Perry was part of that draft.
Exactly. That the Supersonic. Bring him back
Well,
home,
technically
baby.
the Supersonics drafted Westbrook.
Yes,
that
they
one,
did.
you can take him.
Yes, they did. No, I want both of them.
You could sign him. Can you imagine a Westbrook KD reunion in the first year of the Seattle Supersonics? By the way, again, we're talking like 2028, 2029 season.
Yeah.
I don't know if either of those guys are still going to be around.
I'm just saying, if it were now.
Kevin Durant, head coach.
Oh, wow.
Russell Westbrook, head coach.
Ooh, okay.
I remember, what is Durant's contract in Houston? Was it 2 years?
That's a really good question.
Please stall
I don't even
while
remember.
I look it up. I got it.
Please put on hold until we call you back.
Let me just look it up.
That's the way to go now, too. When you're on hold, you don't wait on hold anymore. You just put your callback number, and then they'll call you back
but the
when you're ready.
tunes.
No, screw the tunes.
Those tunes that sound like they're being
Make
played.
me want to drive off the road.
Man, Kayla's so angry today. She doesn't like Darren Peterson. She doesn't like Kevin Willard. She doesn't like the music that plays. She doesn't like Bong Mees.
I didn't know what those were. They sound good now that I know what they are.
Kevin Durant has a $46 million player option next year.
Which he will probably accept.
At 39 years old.
Golly, he's 39 already?
But He's a free agent heading into the 2028-2029 season.
Baby.
Which is the year that the NBA wanted to do expansion.
Low-key, Kevin Durant might end his career as a Seattle Supersonic.
He honestly might.
A lot of
Oh, Seattle Seahawk. I mean, him and Jackson Smith and Jigba.
He could be a hell of a receiver.
I was just going to say, he could be a Randy Moss
now I'm actually thinking about this. Like, Kevin Durant's going to end his career as a member of the Seattle Supersonics.
He
like,
very
it's going to
much
happen.
will, Mike. Yeah.
Did you see?
That's crazy.
You guys probably aren't as chronically on the internet as I am, but did you see that thread where someone was like, how Kevin Durant's career would have changed if the Sonics had just stayed in Oklahoma City? I'm sorry, stayed in Seattle and not gone to Oklahoma City. Sorry,
my brain broke.
Had the Sonics never moved and Kevin Durant had played his entire career in Seattle, like how his career would have changed. It was very interesting. It's like there's different NBA champions. They would have never traded James Harden. There's all sorts of interesting things.
It is the trickle effect of KD, right?
Yeah. Someone also did, like, if Kevin Durant never had his foot on the line in the 2021 conference finals, how the league would have changed. It was actually really interesting. It's like the Tyrese Halliburton trade never would have happened. There's all sorts of interesting, like, butterfly effects.
Wow. That'd be a fun thing to explore.
Oh, don't worry, Matt. It's worse for the Kings.
Oh, great.
No.
Wonderful. Well, what else isn't?
Then don't explore it.
Don't worry.
Is there anything? What is good for the Kings?
Don't worry.
Is there anything good for what pocket dimension can I go to that's good for the Kings?
So their explanation, if I remember, it was, so if Brooklyn wins that championship when Durant had his foot on the line against the Bucks, then Harden would have never asked out, which meant there was like a Miles Turner gets traded to the Bucks because the Bucks wouldn't have won a title at that point. So the Pacers would have never traded Sabonis for Halliburton. So instead, the Kings would have done their backup trade, which was Ben Simmons for Halliburton.
Oh.
Which would have gone worse for the Kings than Sabonis for Halliburton.
So maybe you guys did have something come up green for you guys.
Turns out hell gets hotter and darker.
It turns out this is actually the best timeline for the Kings.
You know who would have been thrilled? Carmichael Dave.
What? Simmons?
Carmichael Dave has
Simmons fan?
championed the Kings trading for Ben Simmons for
years.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know
In
this.
Crosstalk tomorrow,
Okay,
ask
I
Carmichael
will.
Dave about his, like, there are so many clips of that man, like, calling for the Kings to trade for Ben Simmons over the years. So many. Like, but even after Ben was no longer Ben Simmons, like after the Philly stuff.
Does he stand up to this day that, oh yeah, I definitely.
I think so. I think he owns it. Like, and his explanation for it is like very defensive minded and blah 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 blah. I don't remember him ever saying like I'd trade Tyrese Halliburton for Ben Simmons, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I think there is a take out there of trading De'Aaron Fox for Ben Simmons though. I'm pretty sure he said that.
Yeah, because that was being considered at that time. Ben Simmons was connected, and then they did the Halliburton Sabonis trade. Anyways, I found the story real quick. I'm trying to find the Kings explanation. The Kings playoff drought continues. They call it the NCU, which is the foot on the line. In this reality, even if the Pacers won the Halliburton Sabonis trade, Ben Simmons does not have the same impact as Domantas Sabonis. Therefore, the Kings never light the beam. The playoff drought is currently in its 20th season.
See, you guys did do something right.
See, this is the best timeline.
There we go.
As awful as it is right now, this is still somehow the best timeline.
It's not going to make me feel better, so stop it.
I'm just looking forward to that expansion draft, y'all.
It's going to be fun.
Coming to a theater near you.
Oh my gosh, when Seattle comes to Sacramento, Kayla.
Woo-wee!
You're going to be...
What are we going to do?
You're going to be awful.
What are we going to do?
You're going to be awful.
You're green and gold.
You're going to ban me for the show that week.
No, I'm not
They're
gonna
going to be like, Kayla's not going to be on the show this week.
I'm just going to call out sick because you're going to punch me or something.
No, you're just going to show up in your green and gold and start parading around. The Sonics will probably have a better record than the Kings. In their
Okay.
Relax.
We're not speaking that into existence.
Relax.
All right.
Wrong,
because
AJ DeBonsa is going to be averaging 34 points a game.
Or my guy, Acuff.
They'll find a way to mess up AJ DeBonsa.
You're horrible, Kyle.
Don't.
This
is my slogan. Don't with Acuff. Don't with Acuff. I'm buying a shirt. I'm making a shirt. That's right.
No, we should. But I heard.
Don't with Acuff.
I think it was Jay Johnson on the afternoon show was like, I don't want the number one pick because I know the Kings will mess it up. And honestly, that's a great take. I'd never considered that before. You'd rather not get the number one pick knowing that the Kings will get clowned for the rest of time for how they're going to mess it up.
we're changing our mentality on this show now that Kayla's here. We are not going to have that mentality. We are going to have the with a cuff mentality.
It's easy for you to say with your Supersonics getting Kevin Durant.
Well, he's going to be old at that point, 42 about. Matt had to wipe his glasses off because they were fogging up.
Oh, Kings.
Because he was steaming so much.
Oh, Kings. By the way, the Kings not protecting Devin Carter and him getting drafted. We feel a type of way about that, according to Spot Track?
Look, we know that they're just those players that the Kings just, I guess, don't value that much.
I mean, I would protect him over DeRozan.
Devin Carter played last night.
I think when he's asked to do his job and go out there and play, he does his job.
And I thought he was chucking last night, to be honest with you. But he did have some good moments. He hit the 2 clutch free throws to
But
ultimately
he's also
win
been
the game.
sitting on the bench for like how many games?
He's been hurt. He's been hurt. He hurt himself.
Yeah, what did he hurt?
His calf or something?
That's right. I always forget it was the calf because it looked like the ankle.
It looked like an ankle, but yeah, it was like his calf, he said.
Man, I feel like they should just put them all on hold the rest of the season because it's just injury after injury, man.
We are still waiting to hear any sort of update on the statuses of Neek Clifford and Killian Hayes, who hurt his toe last night. So,
ooh, did he get court toe?
It's not the same as turf toe. Court toe. It's just stubbing your toe.
Okay, I thought that was.
You got a couple of the board liked a couple of your jokes on Friday. That was a.
I personally like that joke, Kayla. The board just didn't agree.
Well, the board during the break is going to not be happy.
Jeez, Kayla.
Board during the break is going to get a baseball bat to it.
Okay, so the list of people Kayla's threatened today is Darren Peterson, Kevin Willard, Matt, me, multiple times.
It's Kayla slapping me in the face.
Who do you threatened someone earlier this segment?
Kayla is fired up on a Monday, let me tell you.
I haven't had any food. What do you expect?
Listen.
I'm hangry.
I already have to feed an angry wife at home. It's not my fault. Okay, it's not you.
Okay, well, that one is your fault.
That one is my fault. I'm not responsible for this. I offered my salad. She goes, I want you to eat your rabbit food. Right. Okay, someone get Kayla a burger. We'll take the break. When we come back, the beginning of a brand new baseball game that we're playing called Mini Seasons. I'll explain to you how it works, and we'll do kind of a weird version of it to start this week because baseball season begins in San Francisco on Wednesday. Plus, crosstalk with Whitey Gleason and the birthday boy, Alan Stiles. It's all coming for you here right on Sactown Sports.
The spring sale is in bloom at Scandinavian Designs. For a limited time, enjoy huge savings on select modern furniture and decor, including pieces for your living room, bedroom, dining room, and beyond. This is your chance to refresh a favorite space or dream up an entirely new look. Stop by one of our local showrooms or shop online at ScandinavianDesigns.com. Scandinavian Designs. We make it simple. You make it home.
Country in the Park is back. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo. Miranda Lambert. John Party. Chris Young. Turnpike Troubadours. Dylan Scott and more. Line dancing live DJs, Mechanical Bulls, huge festival area, and food trucks. Tickets start at only $68. Country in the Park. May 8th and 9th at Cal Expo with the California Highway Patrol, Fox Family Heating and Air, and Tecovas. More info at CITPFest.com.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Hagen Oaks knows you can buy a driver off the shelf anywhere, but Hagen Oaks is the only place where you'll find total game fitting. The Hagen Oaks TrackMan-powered player performance studio fits clubs to your swing. Ping's Ballnamic Ball Fitter finds your optimum golf ball. The putter fitting studio makes you a better putter, and FootJoy's 3D foot scanner finds your correct fit. In fact, Hagen Oaks will fit you from head to toe with equipment and apparel to make you the player you want to be. It's total game fitting, and it's only at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway.
Contractors, remodelers, you now have a great supplier to assist you with your next project. Anova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento. They are Northern California's best kitchen and bathroom remodeling supply store. Anova has the latest cabinet styles, a great selection of countertops, flooring, bathroom fixtures, and more. Visit their website, InovaCabinetStone.com. Take advantage of their grand opening special, a $750 in-store credit. Stop by today, Anova Cabinet and Stone in Sacramento.
You ever notice how the other guys scream about massive discounts on their Dodge, Chrysler, or Jeep Ram vehicles? Then you get to the fine print and boom, another $5,200 in mandatory ads. At Hoblet, we don't insult your intelligence. The price you see is the price you pay. No mystery add-ons, no bait and switch. No gotcha when you sit down to buy. Hoblet, family owned for 77 years. Transparency, straightforward pricing. Buy it right, buy it at Hoblet.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
All right. I did my best Jason Ross, and I tried to put together a game because one of my favorite segments, and like I listened to long before I returned to Sactown Sports and started working here again. One of my favorite segments that the morning show did, because I would listen to them every morning, Carmichael, Dave, and Jason Ross, after taking my kid to school. One of their Gone Streaking game that they play, I think is phenomenal. I love the concept of Gone Streaking, and I wish I could just outright steal it, but I can't, because Dave will be mad at me.
He would.
So it's like, okay, I'm going to do my best Jason Ross and come up with a different kind of baseball game. So I came up with what's called mini seasons, which, by the way, the trophy for this
is it mini?
Well, I don't know how big it is.
I was going to say that would have gone with the theme.
Paid $35.
Should have read it before you spent hundreds of dollars on it.
He could have spent that $35 today on a burger for Kayla and
How
fries.
much do you think burgers
God
cost?
Dang, how big of a burger? What are you trying to go to? Habit?
Yeah,
Five Guys?
I love Habit.
Yeah, they make you take out a bank loan.
Ooh, but it's so
Hey, sponsor us.
We shouldn't
Habit,
say that.
sponsor
I'm
us.
sure burgers cost $35 at some
I
places
think they
now.
do. Seriously, guys.
sure.
Okay, sorry, I derailed this.
No, you're fine.
Anyways.
I just bought the trophy for this.
You can eat the trophy when it gets in here.
Start to nibble on it.
You should make it edible.
So make a trophy.
The first time that Kayla wins, the trophy's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
Kayla ate it.
No, you have to then
immediately.
make a new trophy every week.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Terraform.
So I came up with this idea called mini seasons because, listen, baseball season's too damn long. 162 games.
It is.
So this is our way to make things a little more fun, a little more meaningful. The way it is going to work. Now, this is how the normal rules are going to be. We're going to adjust it for this week because there's only three. Well, the season starts on Wednesday.
Right, with the Giants
With
and
the Giants
the
and
Dodgers.
Yankees.
Or sorry, Yankees.
And that's the only game
Yeah.
that day. So like opening day is
Yeah,
just
that's
like
big time,
opening day
man.
for the rest of the league is
On
Thursday.
Netflix.
Yeah, big deal. Big deal.
Okay.
That is an expensive ticket at Oracle Park, let me tell you.
Why? We get to see almost giant Aaron Judge.
Ouch.
Arson, what did they call him? Arson Judge? That was the famous tweet.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Arson Judge.
Regardless, so how it's going to work is on Monday of every single week, we are going to draft our 5 teams. Now, once you pick a team, you cannot pick them the following week, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna pick our 5 teams. That is our pool of teams, MLB teams. So I take Dodgers, you take Yankees, blah, 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 who cares? And every single day, so you have your pool of 5 teams. And now is where the game begins. You have to be tactical. Every single day, you look at your 5 teams' matchups. Let's say you have the Dodgers, and the Dodgers are playing the Giants. Okay, but you also have the Reds, and the Reds are playing the Marlins. Okay, today I'm going to pick the Reds over the Marlins. That is your game of the day, and your other 4 teams do not matter. Once you pick that team, though, on that Monday, you can't use them again for the rest of the week. And we keep track what your record is for that week. Whoever has the best record at the end of the week is the mini-season champion. You get the trophy, and you get to have the trophy in front of you. You're the defending champion for the entire week, right? So every day you pick a game, and we'll keep track each day. Did you win? Did you lose? What the records are. On Friday, you'll pick your final game, and we'll lay out the scenarios of if it's won already. If it's not, then Monday, the following Monday, it's a new draft, the trophy presentation, and you have the trophy. You are the champion for the week, right?
Got it.
So that is how it's going to work. It'll make more sense, I think, as we play it.
So when you say we can't pick next week, you mean we can't pick or nobody can pick those teams?
So if I draft the Dodgers, I can't choose the Dodgers again next week. But the Dodgers are fair game to everybody, anyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
You just can't repeat. You can't just pick the same teams every freaking
See,
week.
I was thinking, when you said that at first, I was like, oh, that's interesting. So it's 15 one week, 15 the next, and we're going to go through every team.
We could do that. I think it's a little too complicated.
But then you're like picking the terrible teams like the Marlins or the A's or the Pirates.
Wow. A's are great. So, sorry, don't laugh. Why'd you laugh?
I mean, come on, Matt.
Why'd you laugh? The A's are going to be a playoff team this
The
year.
A's are great.
You all suck. The A's are going to be a playoff team this year.
I don't know why Kayla's laughing. She said they'd win like 90 games or something dumb like that.
I know.
That's
well,
crazy.
because if I'm covering them, I want them to win.
So, because there's only 3 days worth of games, this is only weekdays, by the way. Weekend games don't matter. So, because there's only 3 days worth of games this week, and Wednesday is literally just Giants or the Yankees, we are all three going to pick whether we think the Giants or the Yankees are going to win, and we can all pick the same one if we want to for Wednesday. And then we are going to draft 2 teams now for the other 2 days of the week. So we'll handle that right now before we pick Wednesday's games. So Kayla, you will have the first pick. Kyle, you will have the second pick. I will have the third pick. And draft order every single week will be based upon the standing. So if I finish last place in 1 week with the worst record, then I'll get the first pick the next week.
So my first pick, I can pick between what?
Any team other than the Yankees and Giants.
Okay.
Any team you want. So you, in theory, like I'm taking the Dodgers. There might be the number 1 pick for you. But you can pick, and right now you can pick whatever team you want. And we're picking 2 teams this week each.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to pick the Red Sox.
Okay. So Kayla's first pick is the Red Sox.
And I'm
Well, hold on. No. It's draft.
Oh, sorry.
Snake draft.
Yeah, relax.
I want them all.
Slow down. Kyle.
I want them all.
Okay, so wait. So if you win, do you get like the first pick the next week?
No, if you win, you get the last pick the next week because you're the defending champion.
Oh, okay. This isn't like pick up basketball rules where if you win, you get to take the ball.
Not quite King of the Hill.
Okay. I will take whoever's playing the Rockies. I haven't looked it up yet, but I'll take whichever team is playing the Rockies on opening day.
I need a team name.
Let's look it up. That would be the Marlins.
Oh, wow.
Your first pick is the Marlins, okay?
Apparently, I've backed myself into a corner here a little bit, it would appear.
Well, I guess I will take the Dodgers.
Of course you will.
And then I get the next pick, and I'll take my A's. Dodgers and A's.
Oh, you made fun of me for the Marlins. Okay.
A's are a way better team than the Marlins, let me tell you that, pal.
By the way, I don't know if it's still true, but last year the Marlins did not have a single batter making more than $900,000.
I believe that. And they're still probably paid more than the A's. All right, your second pick, your second team, Kyle.
I will go with the Padres, even though I think they're playing Tarek Skubal opening day.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean you get them that. You have to pick them for that.
I think I do because it looks like the Marlins only play on Friday.
Okay.
Love that.
I'm picking the Orioles.
Oh, okay. So, we don't have to pick our games now. So when we get to Thursday's show, we will pick our team that is representing us for that week. Once we pick them, so in theory, once you pick the Red Sox, you can't use them for the rest of the week. This is a shortened week, as you understand. We'd have 5 teams, and you'd have to kind of be strategic. And there are going to be times where our teams are playing each other. So I'll need my team to beat your team in order for me to beat you that given week, right?
Cool.
So in addition to that, we will all have a piece of the pie of the opening night game. So the question is simple to everybody. Giants or Yankees opening night? Who you got?
Man, I look, it's Tony Vitello's opening day debut in the MLB. It's at home. It's a Netflix game. I'm going to go with the home team.
I'm going with Giants.
With the Gigantes,
Okay,
baby.
Kayla takes Giants. I think I know where Kyle's going to go. I don't think Padres fan Kyle's going to take the Giants, but who do you have on opening night?
Are you kidding me? Rockland's own Logan Webb taking the bump for the Giants against, looks like Max Fried for the Yankees? Give me the Giants, baby. Gonna be
stunned by this.
Bunch of home runs out to... Hey, look, part of going 500 is that you gotta win some, right? They're gonna win one, lose one, win one, lose one. So this is gonna be one the Giants win. I'm with you, Kayla.
Okay, well, I'll take the Yankees on opening night then. So that's opening night, and then on Thursday's show, we will decide which games we'll put our other games together for Thursday and Friday.
Well, it seems like mine's already locked in because the Marlins only play on Friday.
Pretty much, but we'll revisit it later so we don't do too much right now. So we will keep track of our overall records as well this season just to see how we do. But the point is a champion will be crowned every single week. And we'll just find out who's the best drafter, who's the best strategy. It's baseball, baby. It makes it a little bit more fun. So
it back.
The mini seasons. That's going to be something that we tried this year. Hopefully it works out. If the game's terrible, you guys can tell me and we'll never do it again. But I bought a trophy, so we have to do it at least a couple times.
Absolutely. It could be edible and it could be done the first time.
It's not edible.
Okay, shoot.
It's $34.99. I have no idea. It has custom engravings.
Holy smokes, man.
It's probably really cheap, and it says Matt and Kayla Show baseball champion or something. I can't remember what I put.
Well, it sounds cool.
Well, either way, it is not edible. Sorry, Kayla.
Dang it.
We'll take the break. When we come back, Whitey Gleason and the birthday boy, fresh off his weekend, Alan Stiles is coming in. I'm wondering if he's going to be wearing sunglasses for whatever reasons.
He's got a new three-name last name.
Whatever. Alan Stiles, Whitey Gleason. The Drive guys are up next here. It's the end of the show, thank God. Matt and Kayla, Sactown Sports.
Visit SactownSports.com and join the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter.
Think about this. In 2006, $20,000 equaled roughly 33 ounces of gold at the spot price. At today's prices, those 33 ounces would be worth over $150,000. Smart Americans diversify a portion of their savings into precious metals. That's why I buy gold from Birch Gold Group. It's a crucial part of my balanced strategy. Gives me peace of mind given all the events that could impact the U.S. economy. See if holding gold in a tax-sheltered retirement account is right for you, too. Birch Gold can help you convert an existing IRA or 401k into an IRA in gold. Just text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 to receive your free info kit on gold. There's no obligation, just useful information. With an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau and tens of thousands of happy customers, let Birch Gold help you diversify with gold. Now that's peace of mind. Text Dan to 989898. Again, text my name, Dan, to the number 989898 today. Message and data rates apply.
Ahoy, matey! Is that a new phone? Aye, Captain, that's my new Samsung Galaxy S25 FE. You must have paid a pretty doubloon for that. Nay, 'twas zero down from Cricket Wireless. So, you plundered it. Nay, again, 'tis a monthly payment plan with BreadPay. You're shivering me timbers. I shiver you not. Me first payment is next month. Aye, that's not a plunder. That's a steal.
Get a new Samsung Galaxy S25 FE for $0 down when you pay over time with BreadPay. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Subject to approval of credit application. BreadPay loans are made by Comenity Capital Bank and Bread Financial Company.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Tax free edition only. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. Now this is tax.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax Free Edition. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
A's fans, the 2026 season is coming fast, and single game tickets are on sale now. Be there for an exciting season packed with theme days, giveaways, and firework nights, including bobbleheads, jerseys, hats, and much more. And getting in is easier than ever. Tickets start at just $8 for select April and May games. From opening day to unforgettable summer nights, there's something for everyone at the ballpark. Get your tickets today at athletics.com/tickets and be part of the excitement this 2026 season.
Sacramento! Now you've got a place for all things dance.
The all-new Energy 100.5 HD2.
Where dance music lives. Dance vibes anytime and any place when you get the free Now 100.5 app.
Or listen at 100.5 HD2.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too.
Looking to own or lease? During the spring sales event, drive a brand new Accord or Civic. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com, your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
It's Matt George and Kayla Anderson on Sactown Sports 1140.
The Drive Guys are with us. Whitey Gleason, who does not take his birthday off. Alan Stiles, who did. Hey, birthday boy. How was your weekend?
Older.
You look great.
I did not take my birthday off.
The big 5-0. You bought a motorcycle yet?
Thank you. 49, actually.
Oh, okay.
49.
How was your weekend?
Great. A lot of fun. On Friday, of course, watching all the NCAA basketball.
Yeah.
And then, Saturday, we were up in Napa, so it was a good time.
Cool.
Good
Was
for
it
you.
warm
Good
up
time.
there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not
look
like this.
You look great. You're glowing.
Oh,
you
thank
just have
you.
this,
Yeah, did you
this
get a
post-birthday
skin-
aura.
Just one,
done
one
up
day
there?
off can just do wonders.
He's rested.
That's right. I almost called in on Friday, but,
Oh, wow.
That is kind of crazy behavior.
We said we're fully booked. Sorry, we don't
That's
have.
right.
Yeah, we
No,
don't
I
need
did
you.
call. They just didn't pick up
We'll
the
get
phone.
back to you maybe if we can squeeze you in later in the show.
That's right.
Well, we're glad you're back. It's good to see you.
Glad to be back.
Whitey Gleason says you have some show and tell.
I do have
for
some
us
show
today.
and tell. I ran
what is
into a
this?
friend of yours this weekend.
Uh-oh.
And I have some items to share with you. First of all, Dylan Cardwell's your guy, right?
Of course.
Yeah, he
Yep.
was at a signing at True Sports Card, so I got to hang out with him a little bit, and he signed a couple things for me, which was very nice because the first thing,
cool.
I didn't ask him to put this, and he signed it, and then shout out 1140.
Cardwell's
gosh.
Dylan's the best.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
so I'm
Dylan's
hoping we
the
can
best.
maybe get this up here because we
That's
have
really
some.
cool.
Well, we got Domas, we got Deer and Fox, but we need to update our jerseys, right?
do.
So that was
That's
really nice
awesome.
of Dylan Cardwell, as you know, nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
And then I said, I have something for you to write on the other one, but you
no.
probably don't want to do it.
Oh no.
I thought, you probably don't want to do it. He said, I'll do it. So
Oh,
he put,
my gosh.
Whitey is better than Matt G.
Oh,
Well, that's true.
my gosh.
The hell, Dylan?
Whitey is greater than.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
And we were wondering how to do it, and he goes, well, I'll put that there, and then, so there you go.
That one's got to go up.
That's pretty funny.
In fact, if could you take a picture of us? Is that-
Sure. 1 second here. Let me get my camera out for you guys.
Wow.
All right, here we go.
Can you see it okay?
Yes, I can see.
Got to hold it a little
okay.
higher, Whitey. Just a
All right,
little higher.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
that's
Hey, wonderful.
That's a keeper, y'all.
Hey.
That is a keeper.
Shout out Dylan, man. He blames me returning from Disneyland as the reason why the Kings season went south.
Bean Man signing off.
He did say though that if he ever has a 20-point game, he'll go to Disneyland with me. So we need we need him to.
Well.
Okay.
Wouldn't it be cool to have him on, I don't know, on the show? Like, wouldn't that be cool?
that would be cool too.
Imagine that.
Yeah. Well, you got a signed jersey of his
Oh,
on
it's
the
for
show,
me?
so that it's
Oh.
not. I'm saying on your show.
That he's
Yeah.
like, what?
Wait, so
My
wait,
birthday?
are you gonna keep the jersey that says "You're better than me" from
Well,
Dylan Cardwell?
Yeah, yeah.
It's for Whitey.
Why do you want to buy it?
Yes, I actually do.
Give you $40.
Start the bidding at.
You could get him to sign a napkin for me. Is that just kidding? Or
Although I think there was some other things he signed, but there was so much stuff he signed. I don't even know if I brought
did
it
he
all back.
Did he insult me on most of them? Or?
No, he didn't. He didn't. And he was really, he
At
was
least he didn't
really
put-
nice. And
I genuinely thought it was going to say like Team Russ on it or something. I really thought.
Was it a good
that's where it's
crowd?
going.
yes, and he was
Awesome.
great with the people that were there, and they were all, just so delighted to meet him.
cool.
The one he
Dylan's
signed
great
for me
energy.
just said false context.
Dylan's the absolute best, man. I love Dylan Cardwell so much. Happy to see him back. Happy to see him playing. I don't know. I'm very excited to hear your guys' show today, how you're going to break down Kings and Nets last night, all the March Madness chaos. Did you happen to hear what I shared earlier today, which was the report that the Sacramento Kings are very high, or at least there are members of the Kings front office that are very, very high on Darius Acuff? Did you?
Arius Acuff.
Arius. Oh, Arias, because there's no defense. Nice. Good one. Good one.
Well, don't with a cuff. Don't with a cuff.
No, I know.
Kayla's
Everyone
been
loves
very,
him.
Right?
Kayla's been very violent today.
Yeah.
Jerry Reynolds loves him.
Well, Jerry might be saying the same thing or seeing eye to eye with members of the front office, because love is the word that I heard as well when it comes to Darius Acuff and the Sacramento Kings. Alan?
Well, this is, what Whitey has been kind of bringing up when it comes to the idea of the Kings not really caring, right? Or not really worrying about getting the first pick. Obviously, that would be great, but they like who they like, and they're going to go about this the way they're going to go about it. So that makes sense if there are conversations going on about guys that are in that kind of second tier after the fourth pick or whatever. It makes sense that that's how they've been playing this, with the level of, I guess, basketball karma on the right side of it, and not going too far into the tank like some of these other teams that we will not bring up.
Yeah.
Well, I've been poking around just about different prospects, but Acuff and AJ have been the ones that I've gotten the most significant feedback about. AJ was a couple months ago finding out that the Kings were big fans of him then. I have no reason to believe that's changed now.
Yeah.
So I personally believe that if the Kings ended up with the number 1 overall pick, they would go AJ Debonsa, but that's more me speculating than I've actually been told that. But the reason why I poked the most about Acuff specifically is because I saw the talent, and he's been rising up a lot of people's boards, but the defense was always the big question for me. It's like, how does that fit with Doug Christie going forward? Does that fit with the 6 pillars? That seems like something that could be. So I was reaching out with the expectation of maybe they would say, yeah, they like him, but the defense is blah, blah, blah. But the response that I got was, again, very definitive. No, they love Darius Acuff Jr. within the Sacramento Kings organization. So it sounds like either the defense is not as big of a concern to them, or they feel like Doug Christie's the right guy to be able to help him with
the
that.
offense is good enough where you don't have to worry about that. Do you know how they feel about Darren Peterson? Because if they pick lower, they might have a shot at him now.
I don't.
I'd be curious if the next one you can ask about if you get to that point.
I mean, I've asked about all of them to some extent, and I've gotten little things, like I've gotten some stuff about Cam Boozer, and they see him like the winner and the potential that he has. Nothing. I've not heard anything negative about anybody. Let's put it that way, because it is a deep draft in that sense, and I don't know how much anyone would be lining up to say like, yeah, they don't like this guy. So I haven't heard necessarily anything in that sense, but Kayla and I discussed a hypothetical scenario earlier, which is, okay, the Kings are at 4, right? AJ goes number 1, Cam Boozer goes number 2. Whoever's at number 3 is a little nervous about Peterson. So they go, all right, we're going to go Caleb Wilson. We see the upside of Caleb. So now the Kings are at 4. Acuff is there, but so is Darren Peterson. He's fallen to you. And part of my brain is like, don't overthink it.
Yeah.
People were talking about him as the number 1 player in the draft, and he could very well still be. That's there. The other part of me is thinking Thomas Robinson 2.0, like, and it's not totally fair, but another Kansas guy that fell to the Kings felt they had to take him because he fell over Damian Lillard, and look how it played out, right? I don't know about that scenario, how you guys would feel in that hypothetical, which way would you go, but I think a lot of people would be screaming, take Darren Peterson, don't overthink it.
Yeah, you'd have to take Darren in that situation.
The weirdest thing about Darren Peterson to me is he's a college player, one of the top prospects in the country, who probably needs a change of scenery. And we never say that about a guy coming out of college. But I think it may be true in his case.
But the change of scenery to Sacramento?
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things you gotta figure out and look into.
Kayla has her reservations about Darren Peterson. We know where you'd go. It'd be Acuff without hesitation for Kayla.
I need me a dog.
I'm taking Darren at 4. If Darren's there at 4, you're taking Darren Peterson. I don't know that I would take him 1. I wouldn't take him 1, but 4?
Yeah.
If he's still there?
Yeah, I get it.
You know?
I get it. I just have so many questions about, like, look, he's a hell of a player. I don't know him coming to Sacramento is the right place. Like, you just talked about environment, like, where he's already talking right now about mental issue, like mental things that he dealt with this year. I'm like, you ready to go to Sacramento? You got to be mentally clear to be taking on what you're about to take on here.
And in the short term, it might be easier. There's no pressure next year.
You get to shoot a lot, that's for sure.
Yeah.
You would definitely get to shoot a lot. Well, guys, what do we got on the Monday edition of The Drive Guys coming up?
We're going to talk to a couple of college basketball experts. Matt Bonner's one, and the other one is a little bit of a not Matt. Is it Matt? Dan Bonner. Pardon me.
Like
Dan
Matt Bonner, the former.
Sorry.
We got Matt on our mind.
Dan Bonner. Sorry about that. And then one is a little bit of a surprise.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
A surprise to find out at the start of your show or when he comes on the air?
I'd probably be at the start of the show. Yeah.
All right, whatever.
Okay.
Why do we care? Yeah, don't say it on our show. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Be secretive on your show about your... It's still hurtful. I have to talk to Dylan because that hurt my feelings.
This is authenticated,
so
by the way,
funny.
so you know it's real. It's authenticated JSA.
Dylan, your signature looks like a really bad roller coaster. How about that? How about that, Dylan?
That's what mine looks like.
I love Dylan Cardwell. That's awesome. If you get the chance to meet Dylan Cardwell, do it.
He just sits over here. Uh-huh.
Well, we got Whitey Gleason, who is ready to rock. We've got Alan Stiles, fresh off of a weekend off. He's refreshed. He's ready to go.
He's ready to pounce.
What are you gonna do? Shot of Stiles today?
Double.
Oh boy.
Make it a double.
It's Monday.
Alan's ready to cook. PBJ 2 threes last night.
I told you.
PBJ.
Let my guy eat. Let him eat.
Anytime Patrick Baldwin Jr. does anything, Alan Stiles deserves all the credit, and that's how it's going to go from here on out. Alan Stiles, Whitey Gleason, the Drive Guys are coming up next. Kayla and I will be back at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Have a good Monday.